Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glacier Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small coeducational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup, and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both males and female, who were actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Alright, ready. So remember to like, share and subscribe these Meadowbrook Memories podcasts so neither you nor your friends will miss another Meadowbrook conversation. Thanks. Today is Sunday, June 18, 2023. And welcome back to another conversation about Meadowbrook Memories. Me, as usual, Jelly, our Glacier, our Lance, our Prince, and any one of those names will do. Join me as co-host today is a man we don't really need no introduction to this conversation because it was he and I started this conversation way back in January 2022. And you should go back and listen to episode number 10 and listen to Alfred Hitchcock Henry Meadowbrook Memories in his own words. And make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification button while listening. Our guest tonight, don't really need no introduction because his name has been ringing off since episode number 1 with Maurice Minot because he was involved in the most famous and slowest and longest running 100-meter race we ever run at Meadowbrook. According to Devon McDonald, because that race still a run after 41 years. I hope we can finish it next month when we come on our homecoming celebration with the guests. Anyway, our guest started Meadowbrook in 1982, my last year at Meadowbrook, and played in 2 or 3 of those winning teams in the 1980s, and him can bring me up to date with that. I went on to captain our school in many semi-finals up to 1990. He is also known for the man will give Lico Pele him Lico name, him name, Lico Pele him name, and reputation on the football field. And I forgot to tell me how that pilot did go, because as soon as I'm giving man the name. Our guest also represented, and I don't think you didn't know this, our guest, when I call the name, it represented that great football team in 1989. Including the likes of Trevor Teagle, Sean Ryder Terrell, and Ron Salah-Lewis, when the school administration wanted to take action without due process. Our guests step up like a big man to represent the ball of them to make sure they had a fair hearing. He was also co-host on conversation number 65 with Kirk and Dylan Banks, 2 of the most talented cricket brothers to ever come to Meadowbrook. Anyway, without further ado, the guests they have to tell them one story. So Meadowbrook Memories welcome the one and only, the legendary Paul Brown, or as me simply know him, P. Brown. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Jerry boy, I tell you, do it again, boy. Yeah, it's always a pleasure just listening to you. Thank you. Well, P. Brown, PB, as many of my fellow Meadowbrookites would know me as. Later on went on to Major Brown, versus in the latter part we'll know about that aspect of it. Good to be here, good to be a part of this momentous stories, that you have been carefully putting together. I'm happy to be here, man, and ready to discuss the memories, whatever I can remember, of course.
Yeah, man. Thank you, P. Brown. And Freddie, reintroduce back yourself, my brother.
Yeah, man. Hitchcock Henry class of 1979. And P. Brown was one of my outstanding cricketers, someone who gave me a lot of motivation to continue coaching and let me realize that I can really be a decent coach because of his response to my instruction and all those things. So it's a pleasure having you on, P. Brown. Welcome.
Oh yeah, man, I tell you, and Jelly could not have picked a better co-host because there's a lot of history with me and Freddie, not just at Meadowbrook, and later on we'll talk about the football exploits as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that, P. Brown, but we get into that. I didn't know that at all. But yeah, it was, I reached out to Freddie, and when Freddie here say, you must say, right, he didn't come late, he might come in, but we not even start too late at all. We're there on time, see, man, just like after 8. So I'm glad Freddie could have make it as the original man when me and him started them conversation, yeah. And if Dante come in, him come in. You see me I say so. We're there. But by now, you know
Yeah,
P.
man.
Brown. You listen to them conversation, say, must know the first question I ask everybody come on them conversation. Did you choose Meadowbrook? Or Meadowbrook choose you?
It's a little bit of both. When I sat the common entrance, back in them days, it was almost like a tryout. Because really and truly, I was 9 years old. Sitting, and I chose Calabar and Meadowbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I never really know how it's supposed to go at them times, but when the papers come out and I went and checked and I look under Calabar and I didn't see my name. I said, all right, that's it. In fact, the man who was selling the papers down the road, I beg him, I read from paper. And by the time I could have turned back now and say, all right, well, to that trial, I hear some footsteps behind me. And when I look, it's a brethren of mine, named Marky, right? I think him around from all the way around Adwene Park. Them time I was living in Patrick City, right? And then I said, Marky, what happened? Him say, you say you pass? You say you pass? I said, no, man, I check it already. I'm not pass. Him say, yeah, man, you pass for Meadowbrook. So I have to turn back now and go back down the road. We're going to check the Gleaner man for your next read. So,
yeah.
So, him facilitate me and give me the read and I look at the Meadowbrook. Yeah, I see the name. And yeah, so that's how it unfold. Knew of Meadowbrook and geographically it was close, so that was how come, but at the time, Calabar was, the name on everybody lips and stuff. So that was pick and then Meadowbrook after. So that's how that part work out.
So which school did I take? Which school did you take common entrance from, P. Brown?
Duhaney Park Primary.
Duhaney Park Primary. Okay. We live apart. Yeah,
man.
Calabar would have been a convenient school because one bus. You just take
Yes. Yeah, man. All of them things that was looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were familiar with Meadowbrook then before?
And then
yeah, go ahead.
I did have a little, but them I say, boy, Meadowbrook was a kind of uptown, kind of Havendale kind of school where, mostly white people go.
You hear that? Right? You hear that to P. Brown? Enough one come.
But yeah, so it wasn't it never, it wasn't on the lips of many, and of course, from a sports side, you never really hear a lot. In fact, nothing much really. It was just Calabar and Kingston,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So, but because of the closeness still,
yeah.
we said, but we had to pick a second, so Meadowbrook it is.
Okay. Freddie, it sounds like it has something.
No, we just say the same thing. People bring up with the Meadowbrook thing and the kind of people who attend. But the same reason I asked Jackie the question at the time, because some people are kind of hesitant in going to Meadowbrook out of the inner city because of that factor.
Yes, yeah, man, it was.
Where you feel?
But for me, it was.
Expand on
Sure.
that, people. You feel like you come in and like you feel like man that snap you and all them things. That's the impression you get.
No, you don't feel like you're out of place.
Okay.
Because remember, well, you wouldn't know, but me grew up in a Manchester, deep rural Manchester. You understand? And at barefoot, me used to go to school.
I mean, you grew up worse than Dirk. Dirk come here, Dirk tell me say, deep rural and where I come from. I never. Yeah.
A barefoot to school.
Yeah.
Right? And I had the typical group of many young boys in Jamaica where you grew up with your grandma initially. Grandma pass, then mommy take you at home. And then at the time my mother was living in Washington. So Dwayne Park was the obvious choice. A primary school. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I was scared. I was scared out of my wits attending Dwayne Park. And so scared that for the first 2 years at Dwayne Park, I not even learn nothing.
But for the record, people, which part of Manchester did that come from?
A place called Newport. Ryde Newport.
Which part of Manchester that you know, people?
South Manchester.
South Manchester, okay.
South Manchester. Yeah, South Manchester. Like you go towards Roseville and Alligator Pan and them.
Oh, we are South you talk. I hear you right. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Most people do familiar with Mandeville, not Manchester. Yes. You're right.
Master, yeah. No, deep South. You're rolling calf and them thing I don't know.
No, so I can't imagine you come from them part of the country, you know. You come to Patrick City and have to cross the boulevard. You must be scared. I can't imagine that.
Me here for cross the busy main road. And then what was the wickedest thing is that, boy, I don't know. I live on Weymouth Drive, and that was a busy thoroughfare.
As well, yes.
And within a month of living there, watch a bus slip down a little girl on the road, you know.
Yeah, man. I was just
you understand? And yeah, a bus slip down a little girl close to where we used to live.
Yep, I'm more trauma that feel, bro.
So,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
And there was no stoplight at the time at both Weymouth Drive or...
No, there was no stoplight going on the Washington Boulevard.
That's a regular thing, Washington Boulevard. And I'm used to afraid for cross at Twin Brown, even though I told me born and growing up.
Yeah, man.
You cross Washington Boulevard, you take your life in your own hands to start it because...
Yeah, I mean, we used to be able to... eventually, after a while, my mother, she would stop it and she'd show me how to take the bus. And you can take the bus and the GRS bus sometimes.
Yeah.
But, you know, still have to do some crossing and stuff. So.
Yeah. No. They make an overhead bridge up a boulevard that are near Marvale. Freddie, I know that. But that's too far.
Yeah, that's further, way further
man.
up.
Me live a promoter, me never cross man that detail of people. Me terrified of boulevard like you, no worry. I'm born and grow up town, but yeah. So all right, you pass Meadowbrook and P Brown. So you have an idea where the campus was before. You have an idea where Meadowbrook was, the school itself.
In fact, when the first morning when my mother came, I feel like say. Apart from when me leave from Manchester come a town. a long, long drive because that two bus, right? Cause we take a bus go, Calabar, and then we take a bus from Calabar go into Meadowbrook Stem, and I said, Lord Jesus. Anyway, we reach and come out for the bus and enter the school gate, and at this we get horrified again because a big school at Dwayne Park, 99% of the kids them walk come to school. When we reach a Meadowbrook, people are get drop off in a car and thing, and I said, I see people in a white shirt but not only that, but I see some school, well, I never call them schoolboys at the time because they were fully bearded in a white shirt, right? Some big man, big, and yeah, man, it was that feeling there. I feel like, oh, sir,
you're out of place. Yeah, they want big working man.
Yeah, so that was my first experience when I. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a big woman and big man. You understand? And man, beard up and thing, and I say, of course, you catch your afraid, and
yeah,
yeah,
and
we got through.
I can't well imagine because you kind of feel intimidated by the people and the difference. You never used to that at all.
I was intimidated. I never really have I don't know from a little bit, because I remember when I go basic school in Manchester, the first time my cousin carried me go basic school, I should drop me off and turn my runway, Yeah, man, my runway. So I have that coming right up, into this Meadowbrook scenario. That was my first experience. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so when you come on the campus now, P. Brown, and you're so intimidated by the thing. What some of the people when you meet on the first week, the first day, first month where you remember?
All right. When I remember the first day per se, but during that week, I believe we had people like, you have a guy in there, Montgomery. You have Winston Hill.
Yeah, man.
You have Martin Young. You have Garfield Treasure. You have I think Sean Clue was with me that year that too. Yeah, those were some of the fellows that I would have met in during that year there.
And this is 1981,
that
people.
That I remember.
It's 1981.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So but my memory serves me right, P. Brown. I remember you because you say you were 9 at the time, but you wasn't a small 9-year-old.
No, I was always tall.
Yeah.
I was always tall. I was always tall. Generally taller than the average. By the time I was later down in first form, I became 10. And stuff. So yeah. I was a bit, I was tall for my age.
What's some of the teacher that me remember I'm meeting in the first term, P. Brown?
All right. Um, there's a Spanish teacher. Miss Bennett, I think. There's Miss Griffiths, who used to teach maths. There's Miss Banks, science. Miss Osang, art. Um, Miss Gillies, religious education. Then we run a woodwork, I believe at the time you have a shepherd. Um, um, who else I would remember? No. Yeah, I think those were the main one that I can recall right now.
So, when you come on Meadowbrook, P. Brown, you had any idea if Meadowbrook was a sporting power or would never win nothing before? Did you come with any ambitions to play either cricket or football at Meadowbrook? P. Brown? Freddie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. We've got people on cut off.
Can him get a call or something?
Yeah, man, you can hear me?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
can
you hear
hear
me?
you now. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, man. I didn't play any kind of football before, formally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you kick some ball in the schoolyard. Well, not really ball. Your stuff, orange juice box or juice box and
Yeah.
squeeze on the edge and turn it into a ball. And then when I was in country, you know, we used to take off some orange and throw, you know, fling and get a piece of stick and try lick it, that kind of thing. But my figure say once there's anything, I go try learn. But I didn't have any kind of skill set. The mindset was there, but the skill set wasn't there at all.
You mean?
And with respect to Meadowbrook and sporting, that was nothing. Nothing was heard of Meadowbrook as far as sports when I attended Dwayne Park.
Yeah, them never have nothing on the map at all. And you sound like you were like me, P. Brown. I was not gifted at league at all. I could have played like a football and like a cricket, but that was it. So
yeah.
I made have ambition to come represent the school. See, that was the only ambition. If me get a chance, I'm gonna play to represent the school.
So, you know that even in that first year there, the first term to be exact, I really didn't have any kind of I wasn't even thinking about school representation per se. Because the first term is normally football, right? I should have said the first term, within the first month or so, because during that first term, if I recall, there was some call out for Pepsi. Oh yeah, there was Mr. Phillips. There was Mr. Phillips.
Yeah.
From PE department and one red man. I mean, never every now and then me used to see him. But Mr. Phillips was the primary man responsible for that first farm there. So there was the call out, and if I recall, I probably went, you know, but got chopped early. Probably not.
Why you get cut early? Yeah, coming on out, P. Brown. The sound like the connection not so good.
The first cut. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Go ahead. I hear you know. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I got cut early in that first farm year.
Yeah.
So
you.
Oh yeah, and there was Orlando. Ricky
All
was in that year.
Ricky
Mm-hmm.
Villa.
as well.
Who that, Freddie?
Which was one of the better footballers who came out, a young footballer.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, Orlando. Ricky, call it Ricky Villa.
Yeah.
Okay. Name after the Argentine as a nickname. Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's what I used to call him. There was this other shiny youth named Chongi. I don't know what had happened, but I remember seeing Chongi after first farm.
Yeah.
Could I really play?
Yeah. So in a first farm, Little Pele make him name after you, or second farm?
No. If Little Pele did do what him do in a first farm, him wouldn't have that name because nobody never know me.
Yeah.
Because you know, so normally only when people know you and you do something, you make your name.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
In the first song, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was when I was in second farm. I think that was when I was in second farm.
All right, we'll come to that. Save that. Now I'll come to that. Because I want to do it in another class. I'll come to that, B-Road. Because not for some reason, I know as a fact, say you became part of the cricket team there, not the squad. But you made the other 14, you made the cold team, and you were training with the Sunlight squad because that is where you and I could have that famous race when I finish it as a talk about over and over.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
how come
Indeed.
were you such a great cricketer that Arms a year, or the dread as we affectionately call him, just drafting at the team? How that do come about? Because you never come with the ambition say I'm gonna play for them sport. I play Sunlight, I play big man, the big bearded man them where you see from post fan, you play them man there. How that it go about?
Yeah. As I said, I came and I am so grateful to Meadowbrook and Hitchcock, the dread in the first instance, and then Hitchcock after, because as I said, I had absolutely zero talent, just a mindset. When there was time for cricket, it normally started with sponge ball cricket in interfarm, right? And then you have call out for trials and them kind of stuff. At that stage, I believe the dread was looking for persons with interest. I was passionate. I fell in love with the game quite early, and I cannot forget up to this day the nursery with the chalking and the tennis court, because that was where we really honed our skills. You go on the tennis court, and it was a nursery. You learn how to, with one hand, how to play forward, how to drive, how to back drive, everything. You learn how to bowl, spot bowling, and it was day after day after nursery. And you would see the big man them on the field playing, at that stage. And at some stage you get kind of anxious to really go now on the field to see what you learn. But that nursery was extremely important. And I think that is where we hone the skills as far as and I used to love it, man. I was the first one to change on the tennis court, and really getting to love it. So I think that is where it started from.
So were you surprised, P. Brown, at the nurturing with Mr. Year show the group among them? Because it wasn't you alone.
No, it wasn't. No, man, it wasn't. There's a lot of guy there. I remember this guy who was well respected, the guy named Montgomery, as a first farmer as well, he was what we call solid, him did really look good. both with bat and ball, and he was one of the top persons at that stage.
Excellent all rounder, man. One top all rounder in the school.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And so there's a lot of little guys, and there was the bigger guys. Not the gray beard ones, them they're the field, but people like Maurice and John Harvey and and them guys.
Yeah, I play calls. Yeah.
Yeah, playing calls and stuff. And them time Maurice and John was highly rated too.
That's a John.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gone again, people. You there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah,
yes.
man. No. Remember, sure forget you kind of the call kind of drift off again. So, at what stage you got drafted into the under 13 and the cold squad, and even to a stage where you were playing with the big grey-beard man then where you started? And did that surprise you?
Chronologically, I was a part of the under 14 setup in Fort Farm cricket. Never make the Pepsi team, first farm.
Yeah.
But I was a part of the under 14 setup in first farm. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Maurice captain the under 14 team. I'm not sure. That very first year, was it? No, it probably wasn't. So it's probably Montgomery.
Captain that under 14 team there.
Probably, Probably. So after that now, then came football again, start summer to go into September. Because Pepsi was playing like September, right? If my memory serves me correct. And then me make the Pepsi squad. There, so now, yeah, man, met the Pepsi squad. And I didn't play much, but there's also another history with me with the football thing, because my football exploit wasn't all that wonderful, It was literally a comedy, because I think I had some skills, but I was slow, and I believe it's either that second farm or that third farm. I think it's probably third farm, and Freddie, we know more about that when we get to that. But I remember getting a game. Mr. Phillips was a Pepsi coach. And I come on as a substitute, right, in the second half. And it's 5 minutes, Mr. Phillips give me. 5 minutes.
Are you a sub?
I'm a sub, I can't forget that up to this day.
But let me ask you something, P. Brown. Because I try to remember how the race did come about, because I left school in 1982 and I went to that school. How did you end up Brown, the big grey-beard man them, that me could have challenged you for a race? Because the only reason I made a challenge you for a race I had to set up,
I think my cricketing exploits, if you should plot a curve, it would have been very steep.
Yeah.
In terms of learning, and the Red Dread spot that. And even without invitation, I would have come around the big guys there, because at them time I was really passionate. I love it. Right? That's all I'm thinking about. And I think from them early stage, it was recognized that I wasn't the fastest of persons. And so they had to look for another person who wasn't all that fast either. So I think the Dread organized it, right? And the Dread organized
of course, I'm organized. I'm going to send you a letter. I think I sent it to you already. Where actually, reveal that, in a sense where him talk about the race there,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah. I think remember seeing it that, but me not think say he remember the outcome good.
No, no. That's why I have to finish with P Brown. Because
Yes,
that up in the year, yeah.
So like the race never finished at all,
No,
though.
finish that them and McDonald ride the race I don't all know. But when me asking some P Brown, race aside, because we're gonna settle that next month. Don't worry, even if I wheelchair
yes,
we're
yes,
running
yes.
up. Alright? A
Yeah,
paper
man.
review.
All right. Yes.
Race aside, were you surprised that when you come around the big man them? Because in my mind, it was a stroke of genius by the coaching staff, particularly Mr. Yerno. When we mix
Yes.
the under 14 and the cold to the Sunlight team. That is why we became so dominant in the 80s, Because it wasn't about just the Sunlight team alone. It's like you must have made them come play. Were you surprised at that strategy?
No, man. In a nowadays business language, them call it business continuity.
Succession planning, yeah.
And he recognized that early, that you toughen up the youngster them from early, bred them with the big man, and he has always have a core of course person, and if you're good enough under 14 with a Sunlight team,
Yeah, man.
he has have
Yeah, man, he started from early, because when I captained the Sunlight team, we have definitely remember Noel Curtis.
Yeah, go to that like under 14 I coach sometime there. Yeah.
Then when I went there, I was the coach. I think I coached under 14, I don't quite remember. But the instruction was to give those people who actually can come to the next team.
Yeah.
right.
Because Minot went to Sunlight, Because Minot make 40 something, not out in the course. As a matter of fact, he made like 3 consecutive good scores. And I recommend to play Sunlight. Straight
Right.
ahead. So that was the instruction set out. It wasn't like a course team, under 14 team and a Sunlight team, It was a cricket program.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So the best of the program would play Sunlight and so forth and so on.
But there was an extension to that, There was an extension to that, because you remember Evelyn Cup?
Yeah.
Remember him used to rotate Sunlight Cup players in the Evelyn Cup team.
Yeah, man.
Right?
That was part of it, man. Yes.
You would know on Thursday if you are the 4 or so persons to turn up. I think it was Saturday Evelyn Cup used to play.
I remember that people.
Right?
I used to captain the Evelyn Cup team then. Every Saturday, 3 or 4 under 14 and Coltsman are come play.
Of course.
Yeah. I remember that
And
people.
if you're in a play, you with the team.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So it wasn't restricted to just, those teams inside of the school. He took it a stage further. Yeah, man, a stroke of genius. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that stroke I did. We had them time, P-Brown. We had them time. When you think back, back on it, it was right through, man. Yeah, go ahead, Freddie.
I never kept wicket for Meadowbrook in Sunlight. And I kept nearly more than half of the Evelyn Cup
match, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Every time I said, well, coach, I can't keep one Sunlight match. You can just play in the field and pull a little off spin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Him want other man get exposure, man. That's the key.
Yeah, man.
That's the key,
Yeah.
One thing figured out.
Yeah. So P. Brown, were you surprised that you actually won Sunlight that year, in 1982?
So when we start to understand the cricket, then you start to understand the talent that you're seeing. And it was a tremendous set of talent that I would have witnessed playing Sunlight Cup. You at the helm, and the rest of your teammates, them, Goosey,
Sims,
Yeah,
Gareth.
man, Sims, yes, all of those guys. Sims used to hit the ball hard, you know, man.
Yep. Piggy, the late great Piggy Williams, yeah?
Piggy, you understand, a fly. You know, you really understand that you had a lot of talent. And of course, at that stage, you were still hopeful. You couldn't say with any great conviction that, this team will win, because of course it's Meadowbrook. And then you have the big names, the Calabar, the KC, and the JC, and all of those names, So, but one thing is for sure is that um, um, the dread and stuff would allow us to watch, Sunlight Cup. Would allow us to watch Sunlight Cup, even if we have to do half a training or whatever the case might be. But we were able to watch the Sunlight Cup, and it was always good to see you. And I tell you, over the years, even with my bowling, anybody who may see who look like they can bowl, like them, I bowl like initially until me change and see a next man. Yeah, 'cause I want to tell you, so me used to bowl like you for a little while. When Freddie started coach me, and Freddie used to bowl half spin. Freddie used to bowl thrown around the wicket, bowl drifters. At one stage, I thrown around, me start bowl too, eh?
A drift starts the same way, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. So, at what stage you thought you could actually win P Brown, and what did that victory mean to you
I think,
as a
I
first farmer
think,
just a come Meadowbrook?
yeah, I think when you won the semifinals, it was a big thing. Even just to be in the finals, it was a big, big thing. And at that stage, we had no doubt. I had no doubt that the team would have been victorious. And one of the good things about it, at the time, we have Spanner McLennan, who was the principal, used to celebrate that team,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Used to celebrate that team. And I think that was a big thing. And for us looking on, knowing, say, when Spanner come, you run. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And when Spanner talk good about somebody or a team, you want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to run from Spanner again.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, man.
So how did that win that make you feel, P Brown? And then I'll come to your football.
Yeah, man.
What difference it
Elated,
makes you in
hope.
terms of how you look on Meadowbrook? Yeah.
Well, I think after that, it really set the tone. It really set a tone in America, because now there was a belief. There was a belief, and funny enough, at that stage, for me, even although I was playing under 14 and I was playing Coles, I know we could have competed well, but in my mind, because it was a Sunlight team that won, I said I want to play Sunlight and win too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was a Sunlight team that won.
It wasn't saying we just want to play Colts and win, no. Sunlight you want to play and win.
It's not that we don't want to play and win.
Yeah.
But you always go to play to win.
Yeah.
In all of the age group.
Mm-hmm.
But the Sunlight team would have created that tone, and I started working really hard. But there's something behind my years, even from first, second farm, going up with respect to teams and making teams, that is probably hidden and only known by me. And it have nothing to do with cricket per se.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can discuss it if you like.
Yeah, man, no, man, go ahead, Porridge Brown. This can't go anywhere, man. Me not know script here, so go with it.
So, as I indicated, from humble beginnings, basic school without shoes, come to school, mother find it hard for school fee and books and bus fare and lunch money and stuff. So me used to do PE barefoot. I was the only one because there's other kids there in barefoot too. Not much, right? I realized that when you make a sports team, you get a shoes. Jelly, Freddie, may I tell you, may work for that, me, it just has nothing to do with cricket. Me make sure, say, any team, right? We make it because when you're a bowler, you used to get, when you're a pace bowler, you get a full studs. When you're a spin bowler, you get half spikes. And when you're a batsman, you get a batting shoe. And when you're all rounder, you get two. Right. Now, me not have no shoes. And I feel say, all right. Only way I can get a shoes, the quickest way I can get a shoes is to make a team. Them time I was a bowler. So I said to myself, that's all right. I can take out the studs them out at the front. And I can still wear it.
Can still wear that.
And put them in where we need. And that was one of the motivation, I couldn't think about nothing else. In fact, between my early days at Meadowbrook, I didn't do much schoolwork per se. It was sports, cricket, and football to an extent. I didn't do a lot of work at all. I admit that. And there was a second aspect to it as well. When I realized on training days, the team get lunch.
Yes.
Hello? Look here, man.
You have to make them team than MP, bro. You have to.
Me have to make the team. So I work hard. I work hard at my game. You understand?
Yeah.
And when training done, funny enough, me at them time now I move into a next place in a Patrick City, and my neighbor me live on the big side and somebody live on the small side, and he used to go Calabar. You understand? And all when training done, I come home in the driveway there, we go pick orange and thing, and a test match we are playing in the driveway.
Yeah, practice.
What? Hey, I remember this match. And Freddie, you were the coach at the time. We are playing St. Diego in I think it was under 14. Right? Our course, one of them. And St. Diego did have one spinner where everybody I hear about name Subarang or something like that. Used to bowl back of the arm. I remember them time there, I was the under 14 captain. And me used to play in because we never used to get full kit. We'd probably get a shirt and a shoe that thing. And a lot of the time you play in a white shirt and your khaki pants. Right? And you will have a shoes. But me did have a white jeans. Yeah? We'd have a white jeans with some silver studs. that me, as the captain, you have to have something white. So that me used to play now. And I remember, I think Freddie discussed this fella, Subarang, Oh, there's Carlos Patinja as well who came. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And me go home the night after training, I mean, I tell you, say, I can't forget his name, Patrick. used to go Calabar. They play under 14 and course for Calabar.
Patrick Phillips.
No, not Phillips. Patrick. Ah, God, Patrick. Don't remember his name. The red-skinned fellow,
Oh,
right?
God.
Say for about 3 hours, me have him. I throw some orange to me, and me play long forward, whole night, The next summer I go down, You can't forget the match. I play long forward my game. Me make everybody out around me. Me make once 20 not out or something like that. And play long forward, and shook singles and thing. And get a only probably get the match. But that was the kind of mentality I had, as far as the cricket is concerned, very, very passionate about it.
No, man, I can't swear you're so passionate about it, P. Brown, because as a youth, them time they come from a poor background, forget our shows.
Yeah, man, that's a big thing. And lunch?
A lunch. Yeah,
man.
them but talk about that, P. Brown. Don't even
My vex when cricket season done,
Yeah.
My vex when cricket season done because it must be lunch and cook. And when we start to win, we now stop getting lunch only for training days,
Every
we used
day.
to get lunch Monday to Friday.
Every day. Every day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we get to special lunch, man. The lunch I cook run at the back for you and all of the people. Yeah. The man, I hear the secret I know in terms of say why we so motivated the RP, bro. Because enough of the love.
And then there's also a third factor too, as far as the performance is concerned. And this was later. This was later though, but there's some stuff that happened before that. So I'll make you go ahead and then when we get to that.
Okay. No, man, but we could do it anyway you want. But I'm going to ask you a question now because I'm glad you bring out that in terms of say. But I want to ask you about the football exploit now because I never know say when Nico Pele or Siadi Franklin, when I call him right name, come on and tell me say him didn't a year below you. Oh, tell me how that is going on. Oh, you remember that? Oh, you remember that incident?
So as I say, I never met the team in the first farm. So when I read that second farm, I'm young, still have age. Immature, but me only tall. Yeah? And Pele was CRD them time there. Right? We play a squad match down a bottom field. Yeah? And if you know CRD, right?
Yeah,
you
man.
know say CRD barely make 5 feet. Or no, in barely make 5
small,
feet.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And then it probably was 4 feet at the time. And I was towering 5 enough.
Yeah, I must read 6 foot, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and the plum tree them where you saw them by the gully side?
Yeah, man, yes, yeah.
All right. And that's everybody there I watch. And Pele they get the ball in a for him half. And me a charge. Well, them say me a charge it, but me don't know how that because my charge.
Yeah, man, that's some long stride, but they can now move some.
Mr. Boy, boy. Me a second farmer, my first farmer, me a killing. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And Pele just glimpsed me now. And as I get the ball, I was onto him, and the man just make one touch and pile me, them kind of pile there when you try jump and I try. And pile me and leave me standing,
Yeah.
Little man, So, the pile is kind of synonymous, with Pele and thing as well.
Yeah.
And they say, yes, Pele.
The crowd that roar.
Yes, Pele. And I succumb. See how they get in there, little Pele,
Yeah.
And I call him not else but little Pele.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I succumb. Man, pile me and leave me standing, man.
Yeah, so after the piling, you never bother with the football again, too tough.
It kind of continue, because Freddie, I don't know, Freddie remember, but listen, I was a part of a championship football team,
Oh, which team that?
It wasn't a Meadowbrook team, yeah. But I started to get a little more interested in the football by the time I was in third form. No,
Yeah.
and them time that we had people like Lan Curlew and and some other man. But Freddie used to coach a team in a Hewenden.
Yeah.
Hewenden Juveniles.
The same team where Raj
Right?
play for.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Upon the team, you have the Emil and him brothers them. And the fella named Guyana.
Even the team of nephews them. So them is a team of nephews them mainly.
With that team of Freddie nephews.
They're the Meadowbrook people
and then we used to go to Calabar go trade with them. You understand? And you had a fella named Buck.
Buck. Richard
Yeah,
Daly.
you have a fella named Buck. And then you have a next fellow from Dwayne Park named Polly. Right? And it was a decent squad. And it's really them time there. Freddie was coaching that me really understand how much you have to put in a football.
Quite a few people there where you not even realize that they end up playing the Jamaica senior team. People like Paul Young was there.
Oh, really? From Walmart, yeah?
The man they play with the jelly.
Yeah. As some elite football them they play with them people, and I know small fry play with.
That was the best. Apart from the Hitchcock scoring at Interfarm.
I have to talk to you about that because we never know about that at that time.
Interfarm, Interhouse.
Ratney, yeah.
Yeah, man. You understand?
So when you and then Juvenile was like an academy for Meadowbrook.
Like a feeder system, yeah.
Because the trade actually helped with that, because when we started in 1980, the trade gave me the first set of equipment. Because we started with cricket, they gave me cricket bat and some old pads and all that thing there. But after a while, we run out of all of that and it was kind of too expensive.
I was just going to ask you that, why does football alone? But you answer that. Yeah.
You just give me some things about football or old football. I'm going to fix them. Me sew them myself.
Yeah, football is cheaper to start and do a program with.
Yeah, so actually Dred was involved in that too. Because even people like Tweedo came out of that. Tweedo, Look Up, Emil.
All the money are part of you and the juveniles.
Alwyn. Right? That was the hardest I've ever trained for football. When we leave Calabar, I started in the daytime. It totally frazzled.
Yeah, because football training is so much tougher than the cricket training, B. Brown.
Yeah, I didn't realize the effort that was really required to play football at a particular level. And it was through that team. We went on to win a major competition. Freddie remember we played the finals at the Pembroke Field and Pally scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, man. I think even Latimore's son was on that team,
Oh, Arthur Keith.
Yeah.
Keith Latimore's son was a Calabar. I remember him.
Yeah.
And you remember Lovelock?
Yes, man, Kerry. But remember, say Pally a Kerry brother. Not wrong. Kerry brought in his brother. His brother used to keep was the goalkeeper, not that Polly. His brother was the goalkeeper. You understand? Kerry brother was the goalkeeper. Them time the Kerry was a big ball. Yeah, Kerry Lovelock also, was a name that I grew up with. right? And we win the major tournament there as a part of that setup, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
After that, still,
you continue,
yeah.
people.
After
Continue.
that, yeah, man. After that, I realized I could. This was third farm now. I couldn't make the course team, and then I was heavily into cricket, so I decided, I got to focus big time on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
at the same time,
You finish
uh,
up, and let me ask you a question.
at the same time, I was still playing inter-house and inter-farm and them kind of stuff
You will
there.
talk about the hat-trick the way I scored in the inter-house, because not even me ever
Yeah,
score a trick.
man.
Me have the same ambition like you for football, P, bro. Me buck up on the same wall. Too much work.
I
I
I
couldn't
think
run. I couldn't.
I think that was later down though. Probably in a fifth farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't in them here because I couldn't make Ratney side when me in a third farm. I think when I was down in a fifth farm because me still play a lot of scrimmage ball with Billy Rush them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Run away Billy used to live on a Elphinstone,
Mm-hmm.
right? We used to play enough ball on there, so I used to have people like Devon Shaw, God rest his soul, used to go stats and Billy and some JC, you would Chris Williams, um, used to go JC, um, and a bunch of other man in cup man with a pasture and play on the road. So we used to play in them kind of level football there. So it was done in the fifth farm time there where that hat-trick there come about in a inter-house.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but Jelly, one other thing with that group people on talk about, it was I went there and got them as a set of sportsmen. It wasn't just cricket or football. But if you look at the team, you have people like Winston Hale was football and cricket, Martin Young,
Yes,
Christopher
that is
Montgomery.
true.
This other guy, Folks, Folks was a
Yeah,
spin bowler.
man. Anthony Fox.
It was like everybody just Christopher was Gunto. I think Andre Goodison,
Devon Miller.
Devon Miller. He came from country too. And
Yes.
it just group of sportsmen and just let them play both cricket and football. So I was so caught up with them because I teach them history, I teach them geography, coach them cricket, I coach them football. So it's like my little son them.
Well-rounded athlete, them I bring up. Well-rounded.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were just good.
We were very close to Freddie. Freddie was a different kind of coach from the Dread. Um, you couldn't get close to Dread.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
couldn't get really close. As a captain, yeah, you have some coach and
Yeah.
captain discussions and what have you, and God bless when you're driving at the bug. Yeah, look on the road beneath you. Yeah.
I tell you a joke about the dread and bug. I play a match at Melbourne, I practice match at Melbourne. And the dread, so boy, never ride in the bug. But you take out the seat there.
Uh-huh.
And I say, which part may I sit down? The man put a crate in the back.
What that?
Man put a crate in the back of the bug, you know.
Yeah.
After
You probably are seeing the road underneath you too.
the record,
Yeah,
P.
man.
Brown, the bug they never have
Oh,
not named seatbelt at all, because seatbelt wasn't lying at Jamaica at the time. No.
See, you can't go there as the saddle. If you don't have the seat where you get the
we're going to the Castle Park Gully. I go to Castle Park Gully and the water that me I look for, you know.
yeah, man, of course.
But let me ask you something, P. Brown. So you were not surprised then when Freddie went on to dominate schoolboy football in the 2000 with JC?
No, man. No, not at all. Because as I said, me had first-hand experience of what it really felt to play football at a certain level, and that was under Freddie. So I kind of, and them time that we were what, under 15, Freddie?
Yeah,
Or
under 50.
somewhere around the under 16. Yeah, it was some of that age. So you can just very well imagine
Cold state, yeah.
the Manning Cup and them. Yeah, yeah,
So come
yeah,
up,
man. But Freddie, I must say, as I said, in the difference with Freddie and the Dread, as I said, you couldn't really get close, but with Freddie, you are very close. Um, Respectful, but very close. You know, um, outside of the cricket.
yeah.
And yeah, that was one of the we had a lot of discussions outside of
Yeah,
the
cricket,
cricket.
yeah. Freddie was a different sort of
Yeah,
individual from Mr. Year. I just say, take
yeah,
nothing from
yeah,
him, but the culture and everything will make it a little more, not difficult, but
yeah,
it's harder.
No, one I think with that, is that me have a set of nephews who have all good for friends. Cause my nephew them enough, I said enough for me enough. And each one of them have a friend or two. So like the Meadowbrook kids, I might feel comfortable coming down to my house by the Calabar because them come with my nephew them and me and them would do things.
mm,
Still, even mother get involved in it because she start adapt to them now, and if them not come, she ask with them there. As a matter of fact, the
yeah,
night I was at Meadowbrook the evening, coaching Meadowbrook. And me never really want to go to training the match today because my sister told me that she'll see me if she can pass the day. So I said, boy, I'm not go to match, I stay home. And she hear me, And she said to me, then if you don't go, who will stay the boy then? At the time she was dying, because she died before I reached back home. And she
one,
if I don't go, who can stay the boy then? So she too was passionate about the kids them coming to the house. She
yeah,
build an outside bathroom for them. So them feel comfortable coming to the house
yeah,
and
man.
come,
I remember coming to the house and you and then too.
you know. So they were welcoming whether inside the living room, anywhere at all,
Yeah,
carport. So me and them just talk, I would them tease me, tease them, and but the discipline have to be maintained. And I tell you, people, you're in that crew, even my gum, because some of them get killed now. Because
yes,
Martin,
yes,
Martin Young got killed in some
yeah.
war. But when they were with me, it was pure discipline and respect.
It
And
was,
And Carlos
it
Passenger was
was.
part of that crew there too.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, man.
Yeah. He has been in them
yes,
conversation at
yes,
people. He might come out too. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So, but yeah, for the record, now, people, you have to tell the people, say, during them time they go Friday, are you and then, I walk or I take bus, Nobody not a car or nothing. Or even,
Of
Yeah, man.
course. Oh,
now you done much,
everywhere
I walk
we used
go my Patrick City.
Yeah, we used to first to walk around at Freddie house and you and then.
From Meadowbrook, yeah?
That was the first stop. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you and then. That was the first stop after Calabar training,
Like I
right?
said, look at juice and thing was there, Because we get juice from the same players, them used to make their own juice, them just chunk the money. And then
Yeah,
some of them make it and them go to the house and get it and go home.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, man.
Now we just have to set the record straight, people, because anybody that listen to this, the record might think say I move up and down, and you have bicycle or you have car, people that carry and all them things. No,
No,
none of that.
no. Uh-uh. No,
Do
sir.
things no, always on time, Always on time because me set a grace period of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you
Yeah, man.
turn back home.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
you look them walk, them make sure them come on time. And let me tell you, man, that discipline set our kids and people on getting to the army and being so outstanding was no surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are getting
Yeah.
that. We're getting that because people say never done nothing at school but cricket. And then all of a sudden there's a people on a big time pilot and all them with it. So one know that trying to but we're getting that.
Yeah, no, I tell you, it was the first. No, I think I was immature when
Yeah.
I went into high school. Some persons, some boys will probably, be able to have a kind of maturity at, 11, 12, I think I was immature as far as education and books and them stuff there was concerned. Because I repeat a couple times, and as I said, right up to that, it was really about initially football and cricket, and then full time cricket, very passionate. I play all when training was Tuesday to Thursday, I play Monday and Friday, same way,
Non-stop, man. Non-stop, P. Brown. I
but
love for the
find a
game.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, find a way.
So, you started the cricket series, and then we reached another Sunlight Finals in 1984. Were you part of that squad?
I was a part of that squad was captained by Reese.
No,
No,
Marston.
Marston. That was Marston here.
Yeah, man. And for the record,
That was
for the record, people, me call Marston the magician skipper, because the victory there in 1984, and then I almost beat up that big set team in 1984 was nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, man, with Cheddar.
Yeah.
I can't forget the Cheddar innings that Cheddar played against the White Meeker.
Yeah.
Oh, God, man. And with the white helmet, it was some nice cover drives. Right.
But I get to that, man. Yeah, so you were part of the squad. Are you that play?
I was a part of the extended squad that stage. Still, I was a captain of the
Under 14.
At that stage, I was under 14, and Maurice was captain of the Coles team, I think, at that stage.
Maurice
Right.
on the Coles team. Maurice was the captain of the Coles team.
Yeah, and John Harvey was his vice captain.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah.
The first time that you played in P. Brown in a Meadowbrook and I reach a final, how did it feel you play now or be part of a squad where you dream for Serrati, you play Sunlight, or you're part of the squad? How did that feel?
No, man, the year when I fully, got involved and played, I thought we were very strong. Even though we had, other strong teams, but I always felt that with Hitchcock and Kirkton, we would have won. We would have won. That was 84.
Yeah.
86 that.
Yeah, we won 2 times, 84 and 86. Yeah.
86 that. Yeah. That 80.
Yeah.
It was a very good unit. Felt good to be a part of that. Contributed where I can. And 86 was really where I met my name,
Yeah, right. Going at that then. Talk about that then, yeah.
Not even so much during the Sunlight Cup, per se, because Hopetoun used to dominate with the ball leading up, and Hitchcock. Kirkton used to dominate with the ball and bat.
Yeah. And in the field.
Not to mention that. Flying gully.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wickedest gully man that to this day.
But even at the outfield, P. Brown, if you put him on the outfield, the man could throw the ball over the stumps. Raise a point, yes.
It's afterwards when we see Kirkton now playing in other, like at the clubs and stuff. He wasn't in the gully, but he was in the outfield. Then you would see the extent of which him talent was as far as feeling is concerned.
In my mind.
But we know him as a flying gully.
In my mind, I'm the most talented all-round cricketer ever come to Meadowbrook. Bat, ball, and field.
Big time.
There's no second to that at all. All-round athlete, him beyond anybody else at all. Without doubt.
Big time. As far as the cricket is concerned.
Yeah, man, as far as cricket,
I have Maurice Minot as one of the top all-round sportsmen
Hold on, stop this
in
up, P.
terms
Brown.
of.
It wasn't by accident that Maurice was the first man for them conversation. You know? Cause see me feel, you know.
Okay.
Strategically, me decides I'm gonna go with him first. Me and Frederick decides to go with him first because
Yeah.
at the cricket and the football them want to talk to him was strategic from both teams.
Yeah.
It
Both.
wasn't just no ordinary player on either team. I just say
No.
Banks was the best all-round cricketer, the best all-round sportsman. You're right. Me never said this before, but me say it now. Best all-round sportsman ever come from Meadowbrook, Maurice Minard. Without a doubt, people.
Yeah, man. I felt so too.
And the receipt that I show it. Both winner of Sunlight Cup and Walker Cup. Yes.
Yeah.
And not no small role like on bench or not like that. A major role in both team. Major role in both team. Yes.
Yeah.
I never said
So I was telling you about that Sunlight Cup exploit after we won the Sunlight Cup. We had stats in Spalding Cups. And them time there, it was well known that 13 man or 14 man from the States team always in a trial.
Yeah, man, I play for
But
Jamaica youth team.
11 that play, the 11 that play and the 3 reserve.
Yeah.
Right? And from the 11, you have probably well more than half of them play under 19.
Yeah.
Now, I get 5 wickets in another Spalding Cup match there. Right? And at that young age, they decide to call me in under 19 trials.
Yeah.
That was in upper camp.
Mm-hmm.
Them time it was Jimmy Adams and Darren Dixon.
Mm-hmm. So captain.
Right. Yeah. And I think 30 other way in an upper camp. And it was a big experience for me, big exposure. Because you know that Jimmy and Darren went on to play West Indies youths, and a lot of persons from that era went on to national.
And Jimmy went on to play captain West Indies team, yeah.
Captain West Indies, exactly,
mm-hmm.
exactly. So that exposure was big time for me. I took a lot from it. Was then a standout performance, but I held my own, as a youngster. You had a lot of Nehemiah Perry and a whole lot of other persons,
mm-hmm.
Would have been there.
Mm-hmm.
So that really was a start. That was a start for me.
The exposure, then, for say, you take on a different, in a sense, you expose yourself to other things.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you something before we go to that, P, bro. Because, and if this might be behind the paywall stuff, but during the year when we won Sunlight for the last time, and then I'm going to ask you about the Walker Cup victory because he was at school.
Yes.
The Dread wasn't at school. And,
right.
But the Sunlight team was at school, but it wasn't around the team at all. You have any idea why the Dread left Meadowbrook?
No idea. At that stage, no idea.
And at this stage, even though you still have, you don't have a clue.
Even though, at one stage I hear he had to go back to the UK because of family reasons or something of that sort. It was devastating.
Yeah.
It was devastating. But we know that it was going to be a little harder. And funny enough, that 86 team as well, a lot of the players was having their last year. A lot of the players was having their last year. Yeah.
So in a sense, when you really said this, I listen to you now, you were not surprised then that the program took a major blow because of the departure.
No, man. No, because I think Freddie, you were there in 87?
No,
Freddie there,
No, you
JC.
had left. Yeah, you
85.
had left. Yeah, you had left already.
Mhm.
So so here we have a situation, right? Where in the PE department there was no Freddie, there was no Mr. Here, there was Mr. Phillips and the netball coach, right? And then you have Mr. McGregor, Mr. Bell Nevis, who what we call ardent supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard because say, believe it or not, a Rory they start coaching cricket team. Can you believe it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I know more than the coach
Yeah.
him, that's what I say.
Yeah, man, because I
Huh?
was 86.
Him know more than the
86,
coach him we're supposed to coach the team.
No, but Rory
86 I
couldn't really
went to
coach
the
nobody.
final. No, but I
He-
went on
he-
semi-final. We played Kingston 86.
uh-huh.
I was at JC and I went down to the Taylor took me down to the semi-final because he was in charge of cricket, JC principal,
Right.
and because that Meadowbrook was playing, he took me with him to deliver
Yeah.
the lunch. And when
Yeah.
Mr. Taylor went there, he realized that there was nobody with the Meadowbrook team.
No,
So
there was nobody.
he asked me if I could stay with the team, and he would pick me up back after the thing. And I stayed with the team until Mr. Taylor picked me up after. There was nobody with the team. I don't remember who was the captain, but I think the guys did well
Reese
in
was the
keeping them.
captain. Reese was the captain.
That was when 87. You talk
86. The
Kevin-
year when we
86. Yeah. We win 86.
the trade wasn't at the final enough. Trade
Yeah.
didn't come to semi-final.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, P. Brown. What do you remember about that?
Well, one thing for sure is that we had an excellent supporting cast.
The union, as a
Because-
call it. The union, as a call it, P. Brown.
Yeah, the union. I have a story about the union,
What?
later.
Yeah, man, I want to hear that story. Go ahead, yeah.
The union inspired me, man. The union, Kevin Ree's father.
Yeah, man. But part of the union, too, yes?
You understand?
Christopher Cheddar father.
Cheddar was the father. Cheddar was a player, but his father was still.
Yeah,
and I
man.
would even say just Cheddar. It was just Kevin father alone, but his family.
Yeah, his mother.
You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
Yeah. And then the union and stuff. So, and then we had a maturity within the team, a lot of maturity in the team. We had the skill set, and that pushed us through.
Yeah.
That pulled us through.
Yeah.
You understand? We had a momentum. You understand? So we just had to carry on.
In my mind, P. Brown, that year, 86, was a peak at Meadowbrook, in terms of performance,
Yeah.
Almost the of Delhi.
Eh?
Just about,
Yes.
I'm about to say it,
Yeah. It was a peak. It was the heights. It was the heights, P. Brown. It was.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
87.
And it was hard. It was
Because
hard.
I believe we won Tapping Cup 86 too.
Yeah, man, I think so, P. Brown. I think that year they won.
Yeah.
Maybe won 4 trophy. You're right, P. Brown. I think you're
Yeah,
right about that,
man.
I think you're right about that. I mine would have played on all 4 of them team there.
Yes. Yeah, man, I was a part of it.
Yeah, man, all 4 of them team there. Nutriment Shield, Walker Cup, Sunlight Cup, and Tapping Cup.
Yeah.
Mine, that was an integral part
Yeah.
of all 4 of them team there. Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of the period when I actually said, boy, I wish I was back at Meadowbrook, because right after we win 86, we win what they call it now, the Walker Cup
Yeah.
and the Light Cup, and then right into 87 it was Rose Color and all them things.
Yeah.
So me, JC crowd now, we could have really hold my head high and walk through the campus,
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
P. Brown, it was no accident all year. Me started the promo on the program, man. It was the golden age, man.
Indeed, it was significant, excellent memories.
And when I put it in the context, I said, boy, in a short span of 4 years, we won some trophy and road scholar and all them things. You have to say right it. And where did I go
I
on at
tell
school at the time? And what steroids do I take?
That is
and
it.
he get a battering because of that, man. Because, you can imagine when Halloween and Emil come home and walk past me, not even look at me. And
Yeah.
So,
No, and I must tell you, you see, your back office team is always critical,
yeah, man. Yes.
From the
The one when
days
I
of
get the praise, P. Brown. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, man, your back office team is instrumental because a big thing, I said it before, when Spanner I celebrate you and your team, Jelly,
Yeah.
you want to
big,
be a part of that, because it's Spanner. It's about you. Hello,
Yeah.
you got through the door, you're here
Yeah.
because Spanner, and that from an early age.
Yeah.
Spanner, yeah, man,
So,
Spanner was a terror.
Spanner, I said, play up and play the game. You remember that, P. Brown?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
May I ask you a question, no, P. Brown? I never asked nobody else a question here before, but yes, you were an integral part of the cricket team, and I never know, say, you play with so much of the football of them. See, you were around a whole heap of winning team in P. Brown, Meadowbrook. You were around all of them winning teams in Meadowbrook.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from mine, you stayed around after the winning. So I want to talk about both. But the question I want to ask you about the winning, of all them trophies ever won at the 80s, which one meant the most for you?
I think the first one, I wasn't a part of it, but it set the tone and the precedence and gave everybody the confidence that we can win. It was a big thing. And we can't stop talk about when Spanner bringing up on the platform, That was it. No, you realize how much time I mentioned it?
Yeah, man, now you're people.
That was it. That was it for me.
I know, so I don't remember that at all, people. I know, so we were all over the place and newspaper come and I have the clippings them,
Yeah, man. Clip newspaper and thing. It was big.
Yeah.
And that provided a lot of energy. And anything that come after that, we were really feeding off that.
Yeah, the energy there
Good
from the first one,
be
yeah.
a part of the winning team. You understand?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, we go presentation and we get with trophy and thing and nice.
Yeah.
Remember we even have dinner one of the
yeah, man, we have a function on the bottom field, man. Yes, people.
Yeah,
so they put on a nice function too. Yes. Me have
yes,
pictures from that too.
man.
Yeah. I remember that,
Nice,
P-Brown. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, man. Nice.
Yeah. So the next question, running off of that is well, you answered partly already, but you would tell me when we meet you back in Jamaica in 2016, say we reach every Sunlight semi-final up to 1989.
1990.
Up to 1990. So it wasn't talent was the problem, P. Brown. It was not talent was the problem at all. But you, apart from, you explain to me why we never win no more trophy in the 90s when so soon after we reach the heights, why we couldn't maintain the momentum there?
All right, there's a lot of things. Remember, I tell you, say, 86 to 87 was very telling.
Yeah.
We didn't have Dread. We didn't have Freddie. The sports department was without a cricketing coach for a little time. To put together the team, and a lot of the persons had left. And to put together the team, it was Rory McGregor and Bell Nevis that was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Rory McGregor can't coach now. He can score good. You understand?
He's a good scorer and a good maths teacher.
The excellent scorer. Yeah?
Yeah.
But can't coach nobody. And then we got in Mr. Wright, I think, after that. Right? And Mr. Wright tried, but there was an issue with skill set. There's a big issue. There's a time when I was helping with the coaching,
Yeah.
right? There was no more nursery because Mr. Wright wouldn't have seen Red Dread,
So you said there was no
and
netball on a sponge ball
I
court.
would have been the person that was saying, no, I was the person who would have said, well, and this we normally start on this,
Yeah, tell
But
him what to do.
the technical, no, we lost business continuity, big time, big time, because no, we didn't have anybody who could identify the talent and take them through the nursery like what we did. We went through
Yeah.
and turned them into cricketers.
Yeah, because you talk about yourself.
We
Without
didn't
that
have
nursery,
that.
you wouldn't be playing no cricket at all, P. Brown.
We didn't have that.
P Brown, I think you
And
said
it so happens that as we go along the 88, the 89, yeah, come again? Hello?
No,
no,
finish up,
I'm
P.
saying
Brown. Finish up. Okay, go ahead, Freddie.
no, I say no. What P Brown is saying, I don't want nobody to take it as simple as them saying it, It's very, very deep because P Brown hit the nail right on the head. Because when I left and the dread left, I took what the dread taught me to JC. And the very second year I went to JC, win the under 14, cricket, and we went to the Coles final. We went to the Coles final and lose to a Kingston team with Carlton Carter, Julian Robinson, the salesman, and them beat JC in the Coles final. So you see where I'm going to get in? And it's 2 years after me leave Meadowbrook. And I took everything you mentioned a while ago to JC.
We lost it.
So it was a big, massive blow than
Yeah.
P. Brown.
We lost.
And I seem that they put it in, I don't think Meadowbrook have recovered from that.
No, I can't tell you that.
And you see, I'm going to say this, a lot of people underrate the value of sports, P. Brown.
Tell you.
You go ahead, P. Brown. You go ahead. So like you might get a call. P. Brown?
Massive. I had a team. Hey man, I'm here. I'm good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
You
now.
hear me?
Yeah, go ahead now. Yeah.
Okay. As we go further down in the years, I had to literally convert some persons into playing cricket, right? To make a team to represent at the Sunlight Cup. There was a lot of fellows who were spectators to the game, but they were sportsmen. You had a fellow named Paul Welch who brought into the cricket. Do you know some I get Billy for open bowling for Meadowbrook?
Yeah, I remember that. Are you bring him in?
Yeah. First time Billy the first, not even the first time. The first set of weeks when Billy a bowl, all when you have 10 man stand up on one another, them can't touch the ball. Right? Me had a Raj, right? And then me did have Dylan. Me had a few players, right? Beanie Stanford, right? But as we go on, and before them actually, you literally have to be making some teams, and I thought we did well to get up to the semifinals each year, but we just never have we just never have the talent to go past. And sometimes, as I learned later in life about captaining and managing a team and getting over hurdles, sometimes it's not so much even the talent, but the ability to get the mindset of individuals to have the belief that they can, right? And to have an external force outside of me would have helped significantly with that, right? And that is why coming like semifinal was a major obstacle.
Well, you know, the drill have a word for that in a P, bro. You remember the word?
Killer instinct.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Yeah, man. I know it, man. You don't have to mention it twice. You have to mention it twice. I
Yeah.
preach that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not understand. Most man understand what I mean. Things about aggression and all them things. No.
No.
More than that,
No.
man.
It's a state of mind.
It's a belief in yourself, say boy.
Yeah.
You can't compete in this and you can't win. You know, must win, you know.
Yeah.
But you're going
Yeah.
to anything at all. I'm going to take that throughout my life in a P Brown.
No, but that's for real.
Yeah.
I tell you.
So I know what you're talking about. Man. Anything we have to take it on and say, boy, yeah, man. There's a self-belief where you say you can't do this and all. This podcast is about that.
Yeah.
This podcast is a sense of belief, say, boy. I say a man do it before. I say, let me try it and see and correct and go along the way.
Right, indeed. Has been extremely successful.
Yeah, a sense of belief, P. Brown. So we can try it and if it, and go and keep moving. But yeah. But you said I got to tell me something about the union, the story behind the union. Talk to me about that. You have a story of the union.
The union was inspiring. Now, just coming off my aspirations are what used to motivate. First, it was the ability to get our shoes. Yeah. When we realized a man like Maurice Minot and John Harvey and them man there, I get 2 shoes because I'm an all-rounder. I say, I mean, I have to bat too, man.
You have to learn from bat too, you mean?
I'm bat too, right? And so I start get 2 shoes, right? And with lunch, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, it lasted during cricket season.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of cricket season now, may still have the shoes, but me not no lunch.
Because this cricket season done.
Cricket season done. Things tight. But what the union did for me, and I can call his name specific, people like Curtis and Bell Nevis.
Yeah.
In them days there, you used to get financial reward for performance, you know.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this. 86, 87, especially down to 90. They'd hardly a match my pay when I get 5 wickets, you know.
I have to eat a food there. If you get 5 wickets, you get a food. You get a money.
What? And it wasn't that you're doing any, you just, I mean, you love getting wickets first and foremost. And, you know, getting wickets. And then I was like one of the primary bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
I was the primary bowler.
Yeah.
You understand? Oh, by the way, you know, sir, me used to bowl paste, right?
Yeah, man, I'm going to ask you about that, you know, because when I former teammate talk about that, you know, what bowl paste, you know, lad, you know him name, man. Him come on to Richie Lewis.
Stanford? No.
Nah, him I go kill me name, I forget him name to write it. But that's so much name to remember. I tell him name, people. Hold on, I soon tell him name. Him bowl pace, and him tell me, say, and when him come on, him say, one of the match and P. Brown I play, and P. Brown won, apart from the longest 100-meter race, and the longest whoever bowl a Meadowbrook, P. Brown bowl that, you know.
you know, Jelly.
Yeah.
Jelly.
Yeah.
You suppose P Brown open the bowl and bowl through the innings.
Yeah, man, me get out with that, Freddie. Yeah.
Regular thing.
Yeah.
That was a regular thing. Me used to bowl.
Kenneth Farrell, P. Brown. Kenneth Farrell. Where nickname
Farrell
again?
was
Where
one of the
nickname?
first
Remember what nickname I'm talking about? Kenneth.
Oh God, what Kenneth nickname was again, boy? But Kenneth was one of the persons that I brought in as well.
You recruited him in. Yeah.
Yes, because outside, he used to love the cricket. I used to hang around the cricket, but he used to fling like hell. I mean, mark you, I'm thinking they still fling even during Sunlight Cup, you know. But when you put on the whites, at least you don't look too bad, you know. uh,
But I mean, I
yeah,
think it's a Kenneth now. Big up to him, you know. Kenneth, one of the man who reached out to me early, you know. And Kenneth said to me,
yeah,
boy, Jelly, you don't know me, you know. I'm not a big time player. But when I come, I'm say, listen, this program is not about a big time player, you know. It's about anyone who have the
yeah,
memory. I'm glad I bring him on, and I bring on Richie Lowe. And I tell
yeah.
you, say, when Kenneth give me the most ringing endorsement for this program man, than anybody else, you know. Kenneth come on and say,
No, yeah, man.
Kenneth come on and say, Jelly, pretty soon, you know, him I say, anybody who want say them come Meadowbrook, them need to come on a program, yeah. It's like, him say that's not P. Brown.
Yeah, for real.
I want to forget if you want to say him have Meadowbrook authenticity, him have to come talk on a program and make a hear. If I really Meadowbrook, him where I just talk to my. But yeah.
True.
So
Yeah, man.
big up to Kenneth Farrell, man. I hope I'm not
Yeah,
hear this and cuss me so I forget him name, but that's too much name to remember. So yeah. Yeah, man. So how do you not inspire people? Tell me, how do you not inspire you?
Yeah, man. The financial reward.
Oh, the financial rewards. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, from Bell Davis and Curtis and them man there, right?
That's a Noel.
Yes, yeah,
Fans
man.
I never know that P. Brown. I never know that at all. So I come back around, even left the school, and I support in the same way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And
I never know that. God rest his soul. I didn't know that at all, P. Brown. I'm glad they big him up that way.
So the money that I'm gonna save it for outside the season.
Yeah. Oh, you mean when the lunch now run, you have the money there for lunch when out of season I see.
Yeah, yeah, man. And then I can check back on.
Yeah. Film Kalalo and Bon and all them thing there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Carlo and Bon and thing and bread and
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was a big thing. I look forward to that. I look forward to my performances.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Let me ask you a question a little more about the sports people before I flip it a little bit and just start asking about your transition into where you start look on life more than the sports, you know, and especially your military career and all of it. But I ask you a question where I never know this until I talk to Salah Lewis and last I talk to them Gullilets,
yes,
Tigo Brown, Tigo Lamb. Trevor Lamb and Ryder.
Yeah.
Ryder,
good
right?
set of crew that.
Yeah, man. Them did the point, and it was a strong Manning Cup team. Them actually win minor league. And they should have won Manning Cup. But them explain that's not for them podcast, and that's come out in a couple of weeks. But they mentioned that incident, P. Brown, where I said to you earlier in the introduction, where you went and advocated for them because you said, no, you can't renew them out of the school out of fear. Tell me about that incident from your perspective, what happened, and how you going to step up on the side. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I believe at that stage, after I did start at my work serious.
Yeah.
I get subjects and I got sixth form. I became the student council president.
Yeah.
And as the name suggests, you know, you're an advocate for the students.
Yeah.
And given what was happening, and it was close to me because it was sports as well.
Mm-hmm.
And these were talented guys, you know. I don't remember the exact nature of what happened, but I remember meeting with several members, because I used to sit on the board as well, the school board, right?
Yeah, Vivian talked about that.
And
Same used to do that too. Yeah, Vivian Thomas.
yeah, yes, right. And yeah, I was able to negotiate, you know, preference, stuff for them, that allow them to, to continue their exploits with Meadowbrook and the game. Yeah, so that was a good time, for the student council body and for the sportsmen in general.
No, man, them have big respect for your
Um,
people. Them never forget it, man. 30 years
yeah,
later, them never forget.
because
I them talk about it, I never know about it at all.
they were on the verge of
Being expelled from
expulsion,
school,
and
yeah.
yeah, they were on the verge, and as I said, the sports was close to me, and I knew it's not somebody may hear about, is that person that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I went up the rank, and from vice principal from dean to vice principal to principal to the board, and I fought for them.
Yeah. Them
Yeah,
never,
man.
them never know where I come from, P. Brown. A long history, a long tradition.
Yeah.
They won't understand what sports mean to we. They
Yes,
important as
exactly.
sports. So I just said,
At that stage, yeah.
no, the man that Alfred and me talk about this all the while, and it's like parents, and even it looked like some of the school administrators in Meadowbrook after we left, almost like them they want to put sports on a back burner, which is a bad thing, I'm gonna say it out loud,
It is.
I'm gonna say it out loud. Because I say when I think with sports, one thing as P. Brown, win, lose or draw, and sports I give immediate feedback, And sports I make you learn to
Exactly.
work as a team.
Look here, man. It's a big part. It's the closest thing to life. Team
Yes,
sports.
P. Brown. That is why, let me say this, P. Brown, I'm gonna make it talk. That is why I want to understand why sportsman get so much money. Because you just say it a while ago, the sports is closest thing to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why
Yeah.
I'm going to pay a sportsman the money and pay them, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And it goes, my first two jobs, I never had to apply for them, before I went to army.
The man just
And
recruit you because of sports.
it was through sports, and it was not the entity that I was going to played sports or cricket for that say. You understand? But it was because I was part of a group, and they felt that they don't want this youngster, who has some talent to go off astray.
So hold on, P. Brown. I think Roger said the same thing. So you were not a member of the cadet at Meadowbrook?
Let me tell you, I can tell you about my history of cadets.
Talk to me about that, yeah.
During the first week in first form, they introduced cadet program. At the time, they told you that if you're interested in cadet, and of course, first week you're not hear nothing about no sports yet, but me want to get involved in a something,
Yeah.
right? So I put up my hand, and them said to report at Calabar High School at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, no problem. Yes, when me step through Calabar gate, it was about 6:58, 6:59, around there about. I never know exactly where they were. By the time I reach, I think upon one basketball court or so. About 2 minutes past 7. And them have me I stand up in the sun. I don't remember what them did give me, or me did I hold up 1 foot or something like that. Till about 8 o'clock. Saturday morning, son. And then you say, all right, we get a break now. Well, it's a permanent break for me now. Because me make a U-turn and I head straight through the gates.
That wasn't for you at all, P. Brown.
That wasn't for me at all. 1 hour cadet, but
Dude. So, so when you get recruited in the army, then P. Brown, it wasn't like saying a Hitchcock cadet. You got recruited through sports.
My recruitment, no, my recruitment lies solely on Raj Mason,
Okay.
believe it or not. Me and Raj grew up together as well. He was in Corville, I was in Patrick City. We attended Dwelling Park together.
Mm-hmm.
We're close, right? Um, Raj did come and pass me because me did repeat and stuff and went to upper six. When Raj was in upper six, I was in lower six.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we meet up back in another six farm room and them kind of thing. And then now when I went to upper six, still play my cricket and everything, you know. At that stage though, from I was in the last fifth farm, sixth farm, I was introduced to club cricket and I
Mm-hmm.
was playing for Kingston Cricket Club
Mm-hmm.
as a youngster, right? Um, no, in fact, wrong. I started out at Melbourne first. Wrong. I started out at Melbourne with Ebanks them in the early fifth farm time there. Fifth farm, sixth farm. Melbourne first. Melbourne first. Because I used to play minor cup with all of those persons, um, Hitchcock that you mentioned, the salesman them, Julian, Carter,
Yeah.
Larry Crichton, all of them,
Mhm.
Robert Samuels, Kirkton, you know, Wollaston, all of those
Yeah,
guys, Shane
Melbourne.
Ford, all of those guys. Yeah, we were a part of the U team at Melbourne, right? Minor B. It had George Sterling as the captain, and then 10 youngster.
Yeah, Johnson was an elder. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah, and he was just there
So,
as a mentor. Um, so I started there, and then I moved over into Kingston Cricket Club. I was drafted actually by Terence Clark and John God into Kingston Cricket Club. Um, and in the latter part, when I finished upper six now, the financial controller who was a part of Kingston, he was the financial controller for IBM who was a part of Kingston, and he was the person that gave me right at school done so. First job at IBM.
mm.
Yeah, him just tell me to turn up.
Cause
Right?
the connection again, up, bro. The connection to
Oh yeah,
sports, yeah.
yeah, yeah, through
Yeah.
sports. Before September could come around and may apply to UE and everything, um, money was beating me again.
You know,
You know,
in other words, bro, you don't have to look no job because of sports, you get job.
yeah, man. Money was beating me again, and then through sports again, I got a better offer at CNP as assistant inventory controller,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started campus part time. Right now, during the course of my sixth form or lower upper six, I realized that Raj went missing on me. Raj went missing on me. I didn't know where to find him till one day, me hear Sir Raj there in England. No, me never travel on my day, from my day, my born yet, you know.
You never have no passport yet.
Me, me didn't get passport. I may forget that story there too. Me not forget that story there. Um, you know, say me play Jamaica All Youths,
Yeah.
right? Um, me going to the Jamaica trials for the Northern Telecom tournament, and I was the top spin bowler. Yeah, and the man them literally the name right down already
Yeah.
because man start tell you about jacket size and all of them
Yeah,
kind of
man,
things.
yeah. I take a measurement.
Yeah, man, name right down, and I was the top half spin bowler there. And lo and behold, to rotted, when the team finally pick me and the next fella named Pete Plunkett, he was some left hand opening batsman, went on to play for Kensington, he used to play for Stats. Since Pete was the leading opener, was left off at the team. Vivian Salesman got the nod. His father was the secretary of the cricket board.
Yeah.
And that was devastating, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, as young as me, I start drink white rum and milk. Hey, bro.
I hear you, people.
Some man don't know that.
Yeah.
P. Plunkett, John Gardner, and Turnscock and them man, they would have know that.
Yeah.
White rum and milk, I drink. Take it to heart, man. And them carry Vivian in on them time there. You had the Jamaica, well, you had that tournament, and then you had the Jamaica All Youths that would follow it. And in a must a 5 match, I doubt if him get an appeal before they play in the land. May I get a call? So my report and so by. And I start playing Jamaica All Youths.
Oh, and that's so you have to get your passport.
Yeah. So Raj went missing, and me hear say Raj there in England. I trained to become officer and playing cricket. Now, Raj was my wicket keeper in the latter part, yeah? But a number 4 and thing and doing like a thing, right? So I say, well, if Raj play cricket in England, then no what me can do.
And that's the dream for all cricketers, P. Brown.
Yeah, and then worse now, me hear say him I go train to become a pilot. I say, yes, that's serious.
You want to attract me from him?
I said, what? Pilot career, England, travel, cricket. I said, no, man,
that's a dream career, P. Bro. Why might I go take?
I mean that, yeah. I mean that too. And I start, because I was now in a particular circle, and people would ask, youngster, what you want to do, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I want to go into the army as an officer, And I remember who me say to, and him say, call this gentleman, he used to be in the army and he's now at Port Authority, gentleman named Bruce Barkley. And I go and have a meeting with him and him sit me down and thing I tell you, say, after him talk to me, I tell you, say, I get up every morning and start jogging. Every morning. Long. I mean, so me run at one pace. Right? And that was it. That was my motivation. I never know nothing about army and them kind of stuff. That was my motivation. I apply. 8 years that we turn up in the conference room the day. And the following day, it cut to 56. That are the Tuesday. By the Wednesday, in the morning, it cut again. And by in the afternoon, it cut to 8. And then 8, go to Newcastle, go do the rest of the selection board, them call it. And from the 8, 2 pass, me and somebody else. Right, from the 86 we start the month there. And that was it.
Would that not sound no different than your Meadowbrook story, B. Brown?
Yeah.
You just see, you see where you want to. And you say, boy, you gotta follow the process and follow the work, and you just do it.
Yeah, I do it. And
the only thing I said to that, P. Brown, for both cricket and the officer career, none of these things look like it required speed and running.
No. I mean, and a good mindset.
Yes, yeah.
The killer instinct.
Mindset, not speed, P. Brown. Exactly right.
No, killer instinct.
Killer instinct. Not even stamina, P. Brown. Killer instinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
It required that fear persevere upon them elite career, that man. Yeah. So
and that was it. Went on and did my training and everything. Came back, and by then I was known in the JDF because I was at Kingston before. as
Yeah.
a youngster, as a schoolboy, and by then everybody know that hey, I was now with JDF, so the automatic thing was to fall in line with the JDF cricket team, and that's it. I had the most prolific years of winning that the JDF had ever seen.
In a senior cup.
At one stage, I had every cricket trophy that exists in a Jamaica at that level at the cricket field.
Under your leadership.
Yeah.
But not only that, P. Brown. You see, during that time when you were leading the JDF team,
Mm-hmm.
if you couldn't make yourself find yourself into that Jamaica team, you'll be the captain. You know that.
No, but in 1990 6 or 7. Because I've been to national trials in 1996 or 7, 1997. I was in line. I was in line. I was at the trial. I was captain of one team, and Jimmy Adams was the captain of the other team.
But
Yeah.
most people have you as a leader of the group because you're the best captain in cricket at the time.
Yeah. And it was one of those things as well that I end up having to make a
A choice.
decision because during that time, that year,
Yeah, break up, P. Brown. Repeat that. Yeah, break up.
I got kind of Amanda's and then accepting the point. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
man.
Repeat that, P. Brown.
So I
You
ended
kind
up
of
taking
fade
the
away a
course.
little. Repeat from the beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if I'm gone again, Freddie.
Oh, so if I'm back at a call
Yeah.
And it was the course that is now going to advance you through the rest of your career.
Hold on, P. Brown. Repeat that from where you say you have to make a decision because we don't hear nothing at all. Repeat that.
You can hear me? You can hear me now?
Can hear you now. Yeah, man. Let's start from the beginning, though.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm saying that I came to a crossroad.
Yeah.
Where I had to make a decision because there was a course that came up, a senior military course that would have, advanced you through the rest of your career. And I ended up taking the course.
Mm.
Ended up taking the course. And it was a short thing. I was in Canada for a good while. And I think it's probably, I don't remember the year. Probably could have been 98 too, could have been 98, 99, one thereabout. So it so happens that because in at the trials, it was me and Johnny Perry as predominantly two off spinners, and Jimmy Adams, you had, Robert Samuel, and Delhi Morgan, and the whole works.
Yeah.
Right. I was at Sabina, and Jimmy was captain of one team, I was captain of the other team and stuff. So there was a path. There's a path, and that came as a result of several victories that I've had in the JDF, really. We were winning everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I had excellent performances too, both bat and ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that came, and somewhere along the line, Perry got a breakthrough. I think he made a big 100 against Leeward Islands.
Yeah, I remember that 100 there. Yeah. Okay.
And then from there on, he went on to the West Indies team.
Went to Australia,
he got 5 in Australia and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes you have to make the choice and you have to say, boy, long term, that choice might be better than the one.
Yeah.
The choices what we're making in life, sometimes I look upon it and it's like, because of how the cricket selection or sports selection work at Jamaica,
That is it.
you have to make the smarter choice, P. Brown, because I have to
Yeah,
make it too. Yeah.
experience that already.
Yeah, man, I'm not no regrets side. That same thing you talk about. I have no regrets at all because you have to look on the future because you put your hands in somebody else's future.
That is it.
The selector them who you know bias, we can call it out, who don't like Meadowbrook as a school, or them just overlook the talent what Meadowbrook producing in the 80s. Because that them do.
Yeah.
That is what happening. We can't say that without any apologies. When you think about this, P. Brown, Meadowbrook dominated cricket in the 80s when West Indies cricket team was the best team in the world.
Yes.
True. And there was, apart from Kirk and the Banks, I don't know if anybody from Meadowbrook make the Jamaica team.
The national team?
Yeah.
The senior team? No.
Right.
No, no. Yeah, on the Kirkton.
That is an indictment upon the Jamaican selectors then, and not upon Meadowbrook cricket team in the 80s.
Yeah, look at the amount of talent.
Yeah, of course, people, including you.
Yeah.
You see me I said to you?
It was at all levels, because even, I can remember being at Melbourne and Vigi named Chambers.
Yeah, Len Chambers, yeah.
Was the manager selector at one time. I hear Melbourne people mention Meadowbrook players to him.
Yeah.
And him walk away and say, after a good trick, I got Meadowbrook. Yeah, man. Yeah. I never know me, no. I just think you never know me. Yeah. And me go for answer, but me say, no, I might say too much. I'm going to go away.
He leave and walk. Yeah, man. Me hear stories about him to Freddie. But as they say, I'm behind the P. stuff to me, P. Brown. You know what?
And nobody tell me, no.
Yeah.
Melbourne, them all push the Meadowbrook players, you know.
Yeah, because I know for them play at Melbourne, yeah.
Connection where them keep meeting down there and all them things there. So I have a Meadowbrook. And Meadowbrook, I don't remember if it's Skip, Roddy Mazuka or one of them man there. Say to him, you know. And the man said, the time the man said, why, I'm going to call names them. Man, walk there.
Yeah. Kiss him teeth and I walk. Yeah.
I walk.
Up the apricot.
And in a sense, in my mind, that is part of the demise of Jamaica and West Indies cricket pan the world,
Yeah, big time.
That's part of the issue, It's like, I wonder why West Indies cricket does fall off after the dominant period. That is part of the problem.
Come on.
When Meadowbrook became successful in P. Brown, it was because Mr. Year and Mr. Beckford, who started that program there with the cold seam in 77, I picked the team for merit.
Yeah.
If you have an institution, a job, or a cricket team, and you pick the people for merit, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
That's all I say now. My name not say, man, if you're not picking the team for merit. I mean, I said easy in it, hard. And sometimes it's not that hard because the man them just incompetent and just don't know if to pick good. Them don't know if to pick the right player them. So
yeah.
That's one of the big factors for success, man. You have to pick the man them for merit, P. Brown. Have to.
Yeah, man. That's been the demise for sure over the last years. It's been the major demise.
Yeah. Without a doubt. I tell man, I talk about this panel program all the while. I said the dread did I coach West Indies team. I don't think Brian Lara would have played. as good as as good as Miss P. Brown, we have to sit down a couple matches. You and I know that, right?
And they would win.
Yeah. I win without him. I win without him. But yeah, we them not going at that because I West Indies cricket stuff. But so yeah. But when we meet you back in 2016, P. Brown, you tell me you were coming back from Trinidad. How did your career end up that way? End up in a Trinidad a fly?
An opportunity presented itself. Again, having done 15 years, I came up to a crossroads where I wanted to go apply my skills commercially. So it was either that or continuing on with the military and make chief of staff or turn brigadier or something. That opportunity presented itself, and I just sought to take it up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I ended up down there as part of a special unit, expats, um, working alongside 30th Scotland Yard police, in a specialized unit, flying, and then eventually became head of that particular organization.
Okay. Okay, very impressive, P. Brown. Very impressive indeed.
Yeah.
Trust me upon that, man. So, were you aware that Meadowbrook had produced an elite group of people who graduated from Meadowbrook and went on to become top class in the military, like from Vivian Thomas, Keith White?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
You,
I'm in touch with Keith, big time.
yeah.
Vivian, I know about Vivian, right? And I would have followed, some of their footsteps, in terms of, putting a helicopter
On the
on the
campus.
tennis court, yeah, in Meadowbrook.
You did that too?
That kind of stuff. Huh?
You did that
Yeah,
as
man,
well?
of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, man.
I wonder how much school can both say will do that. Them do that with
Yeah, from the owner.
yeah, for them own, exactly. For them own. But
Yeah.
so were you aware of these gentlemen while you were going to school,
Yes,
P.
man,
Brown?
I was aware that Vivian would have done it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think if you did it while you were at school at the time. Yes, yes.
Yeah. No, I possibly. Yeah, man, but I'm aware that Vivian did it. And when the school reached out, I was in a position within the JDF that I, could make certain decisions.
Yeah, man.
And so,
yeah. Man. Meadowbrook have a long tradition of that, man. We always have man in the position, P. Brown, as I say, we can facilitate.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, and Roger, as I say, Roger in a big position at the JDF and all of them. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, I tell you, as close as me and Raj is, and because me I follow, hey, me remember when me there Newcastle I trained as what we call a slimy recruit. You tend them time anybody in authority you run and hide like thief. And Raj was a fearsome man, man. Everybody fear Raj, Yeah, man. He was a training instructor. And when me hear everybody I fear him, I laugh to myself, like, yeah, I'm a brethren that. I'm a brethren that. Did I tell you? My first meeting with Raj was a foot in my head, man. I couldn't believe it. That's when we had to meet out at the same plate. You understand?
I know I put the boot in the head.
Boot in my head, man. I tell you.
Yeah. The nature of them job at some time, man. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But Freddie and P. Brown, believe it or not, a one question I ask P. Brown and when they talk for 2 hours, I'm going to somewhere Meadowbrook stuff, because trust me. I know that conversation I go to hear P. Brown. I never have to ask him a question. I just talk where I talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So but me ask you some other question now. Back to Meadowbrook. Because you go through your career and everything, and you go through, where you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Any fun memories of Meadowbrook where you remember, where you want to bring up?
Yeah, I think the celebration after the victories, those were significant. The Walker Cup victory, that was big as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those were the main, those, having won. And even with the Walker Cup, even though I wasn't on other part of that team, but just to be a part and to know the players personally who
you didn't know enough of
went
them.
out
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was big. I think also when I won the presidency for student council, that was big because that was it went along the full lines of an election campaign and campaign speeches and
Oh, really? That's why I
you
got
know.
student have a vote for you and all them, really?
Yeah, man, big election. You have to campaign and
Put up
post and go
ballot.
around
Me never
and
know that,
probably
yeah?
probably talk to class and have student reps and which is your campaign committee and then you have to make speeches to leading up to the
The voting.
election
Election,
and
yeah.
yeah and devotion mornings and then you have the yeah that kind of thing and then there's voting. Yeah,
Were you,
that was
were you at school and Miss McLennan left?
yes.
Talk to me about
Yes, yes, yes.
that. Did they have a big ceremony for her when she leave, or she left unceremoniously like Mr. Year?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember any ceremony. I'm not sure if they had it at the board level, but obviously I was in younger grades at the time. I don't remember. I know the announcement and stuff would have been made. Um, but I don't remember any ceremony in particular that would have been held on her part.
And did that surprise you in terms of how she left in such a low key
Yeah,
way?
of course, of course. Again, I thought it was um without not expecting what is to come, not knowing what is to come, and knowing how she celebrated sportsmen. Um, you would have really liked that to be part and parcel of your sporting life right through Meadowbrook, especially the direction that I was going. You understand? Um, but you know, it didn't happen. It didn't happen,
So,
and I believe after her was Dr. Morrison, I think.
Dr. Morris,
Came
I
up.
think, not Morris.
Yeah, Morris. Yeah, Dr. Morris.
Yeah. But you know, this I think what it I know, people. What year did Miss McLennan leave? Shortly after Mr. Year left.
Yeah, yeah, I
And,
think so. I don't remember the exact year.
and this may be behind the paywall stuff, you know, because I don't know. And I don't want to rough no feathers, but it looked like there was a change in the guard at Meadowbrook.
Yeah, big time,
Yeah.
big
We
time.
reach a
Because I
peak
tell you this
and the
much.
guard changed because just the mere fact that the two of them left without any ceremony. And we are talking with them two people 40 years later for the impact where them had upon we.
Exactly.
And none of these people left Meadowbrook without a sermon. And this was one of the reasons why I know P. Brown.
And guess what?
Yeah, go ahead.
It has never been the same.
No, it wasn't P. Brown. Hold on, no. I'm going to say this, you know. So one of the reasons why I started the podcast, you know. I come down in 2016, you know. And Dante, I'm going to big him up, Donovan Thomas, and Face call me. I said, I'm have a trophy for give me. Because
Right.
me never know, so the man remember the victory with it, because I never forget it.
Yeah.
But me, I said, come like the rest of Meadowbrook never remember it, and them never want to remember it.
Right.
And it was our victory alone, people. I not talk about my victory alone or my team victory.
No, right. Yeah.
I talk about all that trophy though. I talk about, and I say, how come nobody not talk about it?
Wasn't celebrated enough.
No, right. And this is the reason why I start talk with them thing at people. For this is the word you use. Yeah. Me wanted we to celebrate our victories and our achievement. Even if somebody else never come listen to it, me wanted to talk about our victory and people. And I start with mine that I tell you strategically, because mine was both football and cricket. But four of them teams, maybe more than four of the team. I see me I said, but for the year there, when we reach the peak, mine was an integral part of them team there. Right?
Yeah.
So as I say now, it is in my mind, it's vindication that we can start talking about the thing again. And only for people that come on board and I tell them story. Even though I say, it feel good people for know, but finally, man, I recognize.
No, man, but
yeah, go ahead.
Hats off to you. Hats off to you. Hats off to you, because in the absence of that, at least we have something that persons, younger kids in Meadowbrook, or those aspiring to go to Meadowbrook, can listen to.
Yeah, man.
You know, they have something literally tangible that they can hear, and you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, man.
So that's what you did here, man. Is, you know, hats off to you. It's incredible.
Thank you, P. Brown. Me
I
just never,
continue to go strength to strength.
yeah, man, thank you. Me never want to go in a black hole here, P. Brown. Me I say, what we put
Yeah.
in a sportsman, all of the sports people, them. I talk about girls and boys now, you know. You see, me I tell you, all the netball team, them, all of the softball team, them, were such a...
Yes.
Here, me I tell you, P. Brown, and me I say, the man, no one big way up, I don't want to recognize a certain way. If he said, no, but you know what? We all recognize ourselves. So it's vindication.
There was a time when netball I play and Meadowbrook, you know, you can't find a space to stand up around the court, you know.
We know that, people.
When Meadowbrook I play netball,
we know that.
You can't find a space.
Yeah.
And we're win softball, same thing.
Exactly. I'm going to forget the softball crew for come on, you know. I'm going to reach out back to them, you know. Set it up way in the last year, you know, Freddie. And for some reason, it never got through, but I'm going to follow it up back. I'm going to have a contact with the girl. I'm going to follow her up back and see if I can get it done. Because I want to talk to everybody here, people. As I say, no story too big, no story too small for come talk on them program. It's not about... Everybody want to tell them story, man. Want everybody's story, people. Want them welcome. Want them able them welcome for come tell them story. It's not about the sports team alone or this or that alone. It's everybody, man. A Meadowbrook members it name as Tippy Clark, they remind Bobby when them talk to me they say a Meadowbrook members it name, you know?
yes.
Everybody members.
Yes, man.
Everybody members. But me ask you another question, P. Brown. What the most embarrassing moment you remember? You can look back on a Meadowbrook. You can look back on with a smile.
Why? I think it's probably when we repeat as a person. Yeah.
And that's our fifth farm, you repeat.
Yeah, man, repeat fifth farm and thing, and repeat again. And, you know, it was, you know, but as I said, you know, I went through, I was, you know, really immature and, you know, my focus was sports and really didn't catch on until the last part. You know, and then I think I think I went on a very steep trajectory after that. You know, so you know that would have been one of my downs. Happy to be able to speak about it, and you know, especially knowing where you're coming from. You know, there's other moments, you know, yeah,
Yeah, break up again, P. Brown, and now you're
from yeah, man. No, I was saying, of course, the pile from Liquor Pele was embarrassing.
I say, because the race unfinished, that's no embarrassing at all. So it's all right.
Yeah.
The race to be determined.
To be determined, to be continued. After 40 odd years.
Maybe we still can't finish P. Brown, but we will say.
I'm going to finish it, yeah?
We will say.
I'm going to make the kids finish it.
Yeah, man, yeah. We will say. Maybe some of them got drag over the line. But we will say.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
no matter how long.
No
matter how long there is to take a finish. A lot of people still want to see it, you know?
Yeah, man. I carry them out, but trust me, I will carry them out for the race, man. I know that, Freddie. I know that.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question, though. And your brethren, C.R.D. Franklin, asked me to ask a question, yeah. And it's a serious question because himself asked the question, I'm going to use a different terminology this week because a man come on the program a couple weeks ago. I'm going to start use it. I'm going to say, what do you think we can do for Meadowbrook student want to give back to the school, or for the term of the man use, to make the real Brookies come out? And me call a man know Meadowbrook a Brookies. A real Brookies is like, him know what Meadowbrook is about. So what do you think we can do to make the real Brookies come out? You know, the man that he want to give back to the school.
I think what you have started is a step in the right direction. We need to like any Jamaican, I believe they tend to follow success, but with success there have to be a framework for that, and we need to find, whether it be a small committee or something within the PSA, need to find a niche, need to find something that we can hold on to, that we can move to success. And then we celebrate that. It can be anything. It don't even have to be sports.
No, I agree with
It
that,
can
people.
be it can be music.
Yeah.
I went to the Jamaica Expo the other day, and I saw us out of all of the schools in Jamaica, there's a small Meadowbrook band there playing steel pan.
Yep.
And yes, and I
They,
video that and I send it.
trust me.
You understand? And that was huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a huge, it's biggest expo in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, and it has to be in collaboration, with the teachers and stuff.
And
What is it?
the school board of
Because
because the leadership of the
as
school, the power that
yeah,
be run the school.
yeah,
And it have to be
yeah.
a long term
So
thing. Yeah.
as sportsmen, we gravitate to football and cricket and tracks.
Yeah.
We may not be able to see success medium term in any of these.
Yeah.
So let us find something that we can get success off earlier, celebrate that, and have everybody else feed off of that. The
Yeah.
sports team,
Yeah. 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 That,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
Those we have to, and because we're gonna be looking long term in terms of the sports, we got to find somebody who can take us to the long term.
Yeah.
Not just a man or a woman for, for coach a team for the next 2 years and see what we can do. Unfortunately, is we now have to speak about the exploits of Red Red. How when we came in, we have no clue. No clue. But I can tell you this much. Me remember every single white shark on the tennis
Tennis
court
court. Yeah.
up to this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it has to be the caliber, that caliber of person have to be there. Other than that, we're just putting band-aid.
Yeah. Yeah. We plug the dike, people, instead of building dams.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yep.
need somebody substantial inside there. If we're talking about the football and the cricket, that is gonna take us to the long term. You understand?
Yeah.
And to develop, let me tell you, anybody who is playing cricket at primary school level or football, they're not gonna come to the book.
No. No. No.
They're not gonna come to the book. You
No.
understand? So what we have to do, so let us not fool ourselves. What we have to do, we gotta forget about the talent coming in, because all of our successes has been from talent that builds within.
Yeah.
So let us find somebody who can take us long term, who can take us back to the nursery, and who can find the talent, build it. In the meantime, concurrently, we find a little niche that we can celebrate our success, right? With the help of the teaching body, and even the PTA,
Mm-hmm.
right? We can start to celebrate these things, and persons start to hear about that kind of thing. Just anything, an identification of that. What is that single thing that we're close to success that just need to go over those final hurdle or two hurdles? And make we jump on that. You're gonna find that when that starts, persons now will start to look in and say, hey, and then they can hear about the other plans in terms of the long term, and will more or less try to buy in, to whatever is being done.
Yeah, Freddie, you have something to say, but I have something to say on that quickly.
Real fast. I always talk about the consistency because even since the 86 and the 87 accomplishments, we have other things came up, but nobody built on them.
Yeah.
We
track
have
team. Yeah.
the track team. We have the music thing. We won this Meadowbrook, won the all together sing thing, the singing competition.
Right.
Like the following year, I don't even think we entered.
That is it.
We don't build.
There's no consistency. That's what I mean, Fred. The consistency is not there at all. Because
it's just people say we find something and we build on it, but we're not building on anything.
No.
I went down there the day last year, and it started to rain. The teams couldn't train, and I just sit down inside the PE room talking to the present PE staff. Everybody's willing. They want to win. They want to do well. They have good ideas and all of that. But the thing is, they want to win now, and it won't happen at Meadowbrook right now.
Exactly. It will happen.
It won't happen now. It just again, you have to support it, nurture it, add to things that we get together and find a way. And when we find that way, everybody has to just rally behind it and make it move. We need that force, but we're not getting it.
But may I ask you to answer something? Because I want to close to the dread like myself. You think so when this year came in, him did anticipate the success so him did get? I'm just going to do the right thing with the chap, as I said, P. Brown and the nursery. What do you think? You think he will have the vision, say, when the impact when they have, you think he will ever think say this is where it happened?
I think he had a plan. And I think the plan that he had was to develop skill set, develop mindset, right?
Killer instinct, yeah.
And that would mature into something. Yeah, you might not win, but you're going to transform non-skilled persons into persons who can compete. And then once you start to win, then there is also a realization that, hey, this thing is working, perhaps we can go further, and then the motivation starts. But I think there was always a plan to transform the extent of things, right, into something productive.
A life skill my teacher then, P. Brown. Not necessarily a skill for win at sport. A life skill my teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I say I mean that.
Go
ahead, Freddie.
If you notice, everywhere the dread went, there was a change.
Yeah, man.
Completely around with positive, because it was that Rossies.
Then win.
And then win. You not only let them win, but you have good players coming like Everton, coach.
Them change the dynamic a bunch of players, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You send Diego.
Yeah.
And it's still fun.
Gregory Brown and the man come out of that program there, yeah.
Blair and all of those came out of that. He came to Meadowbrook and the same thing happened. So it's something that the dread knows about. It's not just mistake. It's not a hit and miss.
It's not a flash in the pan thing at all. The man going, he had the golden touch, man. He had the golden touch.
Yeah. And the reason why I know that is I took, and I can stop saying it, and who want to get vexed is up to them. But let me tell you, I took everything that the dread taught me to JC, and it manifests itself in JC being successful. Right now, the stadium that JC have probably one of the best stadium. And I talk about now high school, I talk about one of the best stadium in Jamaica now. And it all happened because of what I did with the football.
Yeah. The momentum when you started by them winning again, yeah.
When the football start to win again at JC, they say, all right, they have to find a way to make this football thing continue. And part of it was to set up a sports development committee, and then out of that came the stadium and all the other things. And JC is still winning.
Yeah.
So Meadowbrook sense contributed to the JC success.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't say that, Freddie, without any apology. We can't say that.
I realized that I started the track and field championship run at JC. People didn't know that. But when I became sports master at JC, I started doing things that Jed used to do. We started winning champs. They didn't win football because of reasons which I know we could have been. They started winning football after I went back. And I also won cricket. People didn't know that I won 2 cricket championships at JC.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those things came through what Mr. Year did at Meadowbrook. I copied everything. I didn't write down anything, but it inside my
head. Look on and see what I go on.
It was inside my head like yesterday.
Yeah.
Because while I was coaching the P Brown and them and the Colts and the Peps and the under 14 cricket team, the Dread was there telling me what to do. Do this instead. What you think about this? And we share ideas and we keep going.
Yeah, it was.
And I just write.
And that's a funny thing, Freddie, as you mentioned. It wasn't a dictatorial approach, It was a collaborative approach with the enemy. Yeah.
Because him just tell me, Mr. Hitchcock, what you think? Most of that I recommended. Again, one of the biggest thing was thing like the young players coming up.
Yeah.
Because when I went to him and I said, boy, coach, I could say that I might not stay in my Colts team, Because the Colts win, but that wasn't it. I said to him, right now, might not outside the Colts league. He need to play Sunlight. And he never ever question him, said, Hitchcock, that's what you think? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Suppose Minot went straight into the Sunlight team, and the first innings was 46 not out.
Yeah.
So that's the way me and the Dread run it.
Yeah.
And sometimes we talk about it, it kind of get a little bit emotional because I know when I win Manning Cup in 2007, the first thing came to my mind when I stood up on the cycle track at the stadium is, why is not Meadowbrook?
I couldn't Meadowbrook at all. All right.
I was happy winning Manning Cup for JC.
Yeah. But I think I should have Meadowbrook. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hear me. Let me say something about this and I may ask Pete Brown another question. Because you're right, Pete Brown at the initial stage, starting the conversation, and we can take it to another trajectory, a different level. And this is how me I think about it. Just I listen to me now, and I say, you know what? Meadowbrook are 65 years this year, So in 35 years, we'll be 100, right? But more significant than that, is most of the people, everybody will go to Meadowbrook, We at Meadowbrook, in a unique position, OIHP Brown, most of the people who went to Meadowbrook from the beginning probably are still around. So we have the opportunity with these conversations, to galvanize the whole student body of Meadowbrook, I don't think any other school in another position are like we, in terms of say. But they are, but I'm not business with them. I talk about what we can do. Because we can reach out to everybody who started Meadowbrook from 1958 until who started Meadowbrook last year. You hear me? I say to you, P. Brown, and have a big vision to say, what will Meadowbrook look like in 2058? What is Meadowbrook vision for 100 years? I might not be around, we might not be around, but if we plant a vision for the whole school, for the man who are going to leave before we, and I say, yeah, man, it's a long-term vision we want for the school. And I just say, P. Brown, it starts with the conversation. And anytime you're an idea, we just put it out there, and the next man will take it on, or our next woman will take it on, and I say, boy, what jelly has to make sense. You see me, I say? Because we're in a unique position where you can't take up the phone, P. Brown, and talk, or find somebody who got Meadowbrook in the 1960s. How much of that school can do that, Freddie, where you can talk to a set of students who was around?
Yeah.
You see me, I say, P. Brown? Anybody who go to next school can know, say, as a man who start as a founding member of the school, the founding early set of students, we in a golden position, we can talk to them. And I think we have to make the window close quickly, We need to set up a thing where we have a dialogue, right? It's a constant dialogue and a vision. So that's just my take on. Every time I hear this, a different take me up, but more, we just put it out there, P. Brown.
It's good that way to still tell you. And you have to throw a lot of things out there.
Yeah, man.
Somebody pick up.
Yeah, Freddie, exactly. As I didn't come in, have to throw them out, man.
Somebody pick up.
Yeah. P Brown is still there? Oh, we not here. Yeah.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, man, me I hear you now. Yeah, hopefully Freddie will come back in quickly. Yeah.
All the time, I was hearing everything, but that you weren't hearing
I
me.
figured that. Yeah. When Freddie come back in, because I'm have to restart the seat. I just make a note of when I edit this out, you know. Fortunately, we have them technology available, so.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Freddie, I went there now. Yeah, see me, and then we just restart. I just want you to comment on that.
Coming on back.
Yeah. Yeah, P. Brown, they did hear what I say about the vision for most of the people. You can take up the phone and call anybody who start Meadowbrook in the 60s. And I think we have a wonderful opportunity to start a movement. But go ahead, comment on that, yeah.
Yeah, based on the age of the school, it is likely that you'll be able to have persons who were there from the very first
Yeah, that's how the plan.
beginning. And not a lot of school can celebrate that.
Exactly. Can do that,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Exactly.
From beginning to now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great.
Freddie, you there?
Yeah, man, I'm there.
Yeah, man, yeah. So I look on it, P. Brown. As I say, anytime you get the idea in mind of me attack, I just have to throw it out there and somebody listen. Because a couple of ideas I throw out there before I talk about the digital wall of fame. We need to have that. I talk about a mentorship program where man can start go to school. Them the thing what can happen, You see me I said to you? So I just start throw it out the conversation here. Which and just like you say, you don't know what to work, And you don't know what going to galvanize the school to a level where we can celebrate 100 years big time in a 35 years. That's how I plant in people. That's how I start planting it out, man. Brookies can celebrate 100 years.
That digital wall of frame, that is going to be excellent. The kids them nowadays, you get that going viral within the school population.
Yeah, man, exactly, people, exactly. Remember, you to have come out and him committed to do it. You was graduating at 2000 graduate. So, but film podcasts have come out soon. Come and try to do it in a way where more embrace that generation of student them, not just the 80s and the 90s alone. May I spread it out, It's me I said to you. We were the core and we were the most motivated ones. But we want to go back to the older one them than newer one them because we want to involve everybody, people. That's the idea. So the coming podcast that come up is newer student than we, and the story them just as compelling, man. Some of our youth are coming out very talented, and I'm committed to take on the digital wall of fame for me. So I'm gonna follow him up on that. When the podcast come out, I'm gonna follow him up and me just say I have to put the ideas them out. That's all I'm there for though. Me just have to stick.
Excellent start.
Me just have to stick to running off my mouth here, P. Brown. So and keep it clean, unlike when me there at school. So. But let me ask a couple more questions, P. Brown. What's the best learning experience you get from going to Meadowbrook?
For me, it was just about putting your head towards something and working towards it. For me, it was life experiences. I learned a lot through sports. It was literally my backbone. In the latter, I saw the importance of that as well, and to also ensure that in the long run, even if you were academically inclined initially, or you are sports inclined, but in the long run, in the end, is to be a rounded human being.
Yeah, man. Without a doubt, man. I agree with the people. And if a man don't play competitive team sports, he's missing a wally. I can't tell you that openly.
Big time.
Competitive team. Individual sports is a separate thing, it's a separate challenge, but it's a team sport is the challenge.
Yeah, man.
It's the challenge. And winning a team sport is a big, big challenge, man. It's not an easy thing, man. It's not an easy thing. easier if you
As I
tell
said,
it.
closest thing to
Yeah, go
life.
ahead. Go ahead,
You
people.
don't do it, you won't experience it. Let me tell you that.
No,
You
no.
won't know it. And nobody can tell you about it. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. Because we are sports people understand it, and we were part of whole heap of
Team.
winning team. Yeah, whether we are player or support. And it not just affect the players them alone up, P. Brown. You shocked for no man, I look on and I listen and say, right, you know, so me to watch you do this and do that.
But that is how all of we start.
Yeah.
That's how all of we start, you know.
Yeah.
Even people who I would have brought into the cricketing fold, they're watching, they have a love, they have a desire, they see certain things, and it garner the interest from there.
Yeah.
We have to generate the interest, and it seems to be a generic issues with Jamaica as a whole as well. Filtering down into the school.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that, P. Brown? Expand on that.
In terms of the interest, at some of the major sport, especially like the cricket, there's so much distraction these days.
I see what you mean.
That you have to work harder to get somebody interested in cricket.
Yeah.
Back in our days, we had it was almost like an automatic interest.
Yeah, man.
Because that's what we gravitate to with we young orange and we board or we coconut bro or whatever it is.
And we were lucky to P. Brown because we had the most dominant sports team in the world to look up to.
Yeah, exactly. It's very competitive now.
Yeah.
And if the winning as well is not at a higher level, it makes it even harder in the school.
Yeah.
To generate that interest.
Yeah, man. It much more difficult, people. I agree with you. But that is why
it can be done.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm just going to say. That's why what we are going to put on, I'm going to start talk about it in the positive, not if.
Yeah.
What we are going to do when we turn around our school, it's going to be a lot of school I look and say, what we do at Meadowbrook. And we can sell them the template. That's how we can sell them. Now get it for free.
Indeed. Indeed.
We're not giving it enough, Freddie. Once we set up by the template, we're not giving it away. Them can listen.
You patent that, man.
Yeah, man. Them can come listen to podcasts and listen to idea them, but when we put it together, I say, no, this is what we are doing now. If we don't want to do it for it, there's a commission we charge and a percentage. A royalties that go forward in terms of what we can do for your school. But we're going to do it. As soon as I talk about it, P. Brown, we're going to do it because the vision, it starts with the vision.
No, honestly, I have plans for the football right now still, but I won't say anything until you go through, because right now we're bringing back some real good football people into the program.
Good.
Our assistant manning club coach, a female.
Yeah.
Alicia James.
Yeah.
She's now a national football coach.
Yes, I know the person.
As she captained the Jamaica women's team when she was only 15-year-old.
Yeah.
From Meadowbrook. So I got her back into Meadowbrook right now. She's assistant coach to Beanie. She's gonna coach the female team, and we're getting unpicked person with the football right now.
And as you rightly saying, Alfred, P. Brown is earlier, it don't must have to be sports and it don't must have to be
exactly
sports. We can be a dominant football female team.
That is it.
Right.
Because we have national selections from the national female team.
We can have such an outstanding female football player who the national team and colleges, because she not only captain the Jamaica national team at 15 and play for Meadowbrook. The first time Meadowbrook ever gone to the semi-final of female competition. All right? But she also went and set a lot of records in at Bethel University in Tennessee.
Okay.
She inducted into the Hall of Fame Bethel University. She got several Meadowbrook people into colleges in America. And all them things, so you have to use these people that we have.
All right. You
Oh,
see,
dear.
that's what I'm saying. What
Yeah.
you're doing there now, you're installing, or a person has been installed that can take Meadowbrook to the long-term plan.
The vision what we're
That
Long.
talking.
can
Yeah.
that to the that vision. You understand? That can get and move the non-skilled person, develop talent and a mindset because that person would have achieved and have gone certain pathway already. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and as I said, it don't have to be because there's a couple of girls who have represented Jamaica. So wherever the niche is, we find it, yeah, and we start to celebrate that
Yeah, man.
with some
Yes. Yeah.
success.
Yeah. Yeah. And Freddie, I'm know you know this, but whenever she ready for come on, open door. You know that already anyway, because females come first at Meadowbrook. We know that already to say. Them go at the front of the line when them come at the conversation at P. Brown. So
Yes.
And the good thing is just to get them back into the school and start love the school again.
yeah.
And so when you leave the school for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
you a little bit in terms of the passion.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you come back and start be around the school again, it start come back,
Yeah. Definitely.
you know. And as we said, my plan right now is to go back and start from the scratch with the football. And I plan on going down September, October to
Right.
start Pepsi team. I don't busy about the money cup and the course right now.
Yeah, that one under
All right.
13, under 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
A
Yes.
4 or 5 years,
Yeah,
short
man.
term, yeah.
Because to me, taking off 3 weeks from my job or a month and go down and doing it for Meadowbrook is petty thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look on the long
I
term vision,
Yeah.
Freddie. Yeah. You plant the seed.
Yeah.
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 Basically,
And
that's it.
just ensure, Freddie, that after your 1 month don't go in vain. So whilst you're there has to be somebody that is working alongside you, continue the program. You see what I'm saying? With
You have to have that people. You have to have somebody who can
yes.
take here. And I don't come upon anybody who can do that. I'm searching. It might be all you. Can you know it? Don't give them a break.
Yeah.
You don't know where it all come from. Because when we start a
Yeah.
thing, you don't know where the momentum will come from, But as you say,
Right.
I just have to start and take action. And as you say,
Right.
the conversation start, and that's the main thing. Let me ask you another
Right.
question, P. Brown. A couple more questions there, because I believe it or not, we're about 10 minutes short of 3 hours. I believe it. I know I said it would be a blockbuster, as we said. And Dante never even show up. But we're not hold it.
Yeah,
Let's
look
say.
at that.
This is a perfect one tonight with me and Freddie to ride it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
How it make you feel, P. Brown? I bring up back all the Meadowbrook memories after all these years.
Boy, me learning, because some things that have been mentioned in the forum, I didn't know. Me feel good. It bring back some memories. You understand? It bring back really, it make you really look into yourself and I start to remember where you're coming from. Start to remember the days, first farm, trying to remember people, and it really bring back a good feeling. It bring back a good feeling because it was a successful period to top it all. There were successes to show for it, and anything that I do in life is as a result of that. That was the foundation. Yeah. My mentality that I have, that I went in, the killer instinct. I talk to killer instinct about my JDF cricketers the same way
Like I
when I
do
was
talk to
there.
you, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
You
man.
understand?
That ring out all over all California everywhere we go.
Killer instinct, you
Yes.
use that word.
Yes. You understand? And the approach, and I should have mentioned this, we must be student of the game.
Yeah.
Red dread. was a critical component in our development. I
You're a
remember.
perfect example of that, P-Brown. Like, I can't even tell you that now. You're a perfect example of that.
Yes, yes. And I cannot forget it, Freddie. I can't forget it. There's many times we sit in the classroom to learn the game that we love,
Yep.
to learn everything. And up to now, me hear commentators making mistake that we can say, no, that is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because our brethren had brought and it came on and Freddie and so. No, the student, being a student of the game is critical. I have a son that represented Jamaica, you know. I'm a preach to him. He's not a student of the game, in my view.
I want to ask you
Full of
something.
talent.
At Cricket P. Brown?
I want to
Yes,
ask you,
yeah, man.
P-Brown, because
Huh?
another thing I ask you, but since you come up with it, let me
Mhm.
just mention. Because Jelly never really mentioned it. I don't know if Jelly knew that P-Brown have a son who attended Meadowbrook.
No, I
No.
never know that.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
So I watched him. I actually, when he played, when he made the Jamaica team, I called Jimmy Adams and asked him about your son. I
right.
know me and Jimmy kind of close, because I end up coaching Jimmy for a year, you know. And I asked
Right.
him and his son.
Yeah,
And quickly him said, enough talent.
yeah.
A lot of things
No,
we need
no.
to work on.
Yeah. When he played for Jamaica, he was in the top three in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
right? And the only reason why he didn't play West Indies youth was because it was his last year at under 19, and the tournament was not going to be held in that year. It was going to be held the following
Oh,
year, and he would have been not under 19 at that
We
stage.
are past the eligibility age, yeah.
He
Yeah.
would have passed it, but he was actually named God on everything, you know. Yeah, but when we came from Trinidad, he got him into Meadowbrook to help to boost the program and stuff. Um, there was this ISA rule that didn't allow him to allow him to sit out, even though he didn't attend any schooling here before. And now I see them now reverting that rule and ISA that says, if you never, then you can come and you can play, if you're Jamaican.
and that was one thing. It messed up a lot of people who came because
Yeah,
the rule was if you attend, you can move from one ISA member school to another ISA member school.
right. And he
But
wasn't in that ISA member school.
yeah, he was in a ISA school.
Yeah,
I went to school in
yeah,
Trinidad P. Brown.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
Okay, I
he
got you.
played in the Gary Sobers tournament, right, in Barbados. He toured Guyana, as well. So he was playing a lot of cricket.
Mm-hmm. 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 And let me ask you a question, P. Brown, now that you mentioned that. It's like, what the caliber, what is standard of cricket in Jamaica compared to Trinidad and Barbados?
A ton of that talent is in Trinidad and Barbados and Guyana, a lot, and the spirit of cricket is even higher. I didn't know. I got a wake up call when I went to Trinidad to know the extent of cricket. Cricket not stop playing at Trinidad now. It plays 7 days a week, day and night. Every little cricket field, every little community have a cricket field that is lit, and people come home from work and play cricket in the night. Cricket I play till like 11, 12 o'clock at night under lights. Wind ball cricket, normal, yeah. First time I play under lights at Trinidad.
I never know that. That's some big news you had to
You
mention.
understand?
Yeah.
Last night, somebody told me all of that.
The cricket is huge, huge. And the little boys them gravitate to cricket.
Yeah.
The interest level is there. Not to mention Ghana. They look up to those who are gone on and were successful And as a lot, and that is why Guyana does well in the youth program, youth cricket. The interest is there. And as much as they're smaller, Barbados is just a lot of natural raw talent is there, and they build on it. And all of these, because they're close, so all of the Barbados players playing at the Trinidad League, and the Guyanese them come over, and the Trinidad they go over Guyana, and the Guyana they
Because
go
them
over
so close to one another in the Southern
Trinidad.
Caribbean. That's yeah.
Exactly.
Eastern Caribbean.
Exactly.
Sorry, yeah.
You do have one and two Jamaicans that come down. It's not a lot, right? But you will find in a almost all of the first division team them in a Trinidad. You have a couple of Guyanese and a couple of Bajans and stuff like that.
So,
And it boosts the level of the competition.
so why not being transitioned to the senior level, P. Brown?
Again, for me, I think we do not have okay. My view on the whole thing about the transition is the lack of coaching ability to transition persons from one level to the
I
next.
got it. They're missing a dread around the Caribbean.
Big link. Because I don't think personally we're as good as we think. But I believe we can compete. And I believe that if we do have, I don't believe that there's any coaching that exists at the senior level. And to me, that is a big problem because you have persons who mature to the senior level with problems. And the minute that they go to the bigger teams, they recognize this in a jiffy.
Them exploit them weakness quickly.
Them exploit it. You understand? And then no, there's no coaching that exists.
Can't correct that.
Right? I tell a man that, a man I go out and they just play a game the way you can do, and there's no strategy, no detailed strategy involved in that kind of thing.
I know I just talk that P. Brown, and I want to ask you about the Jamaica situation, why Jamaica does do up there at the youth level. But I just thought that, I remember when Brian Lara was at him peak, Glenn McGrath did have him ticket, and all about because of tragedy,
Yeah.
You remember that? Yes. As good as Lara was, Freddie. When it's when I said to you, and not like Glenn McGrath did good like our bowl of them, But it's like the man them watch him, and it's like them come at the match and know for ball to him.
I don't watch it, because them don't listen them study tapes.
Yeah.
Them take you and break you down.
And
they're student of the game.
Yeah.
So they instead of going out and play, they will sit behind an analyst around a laptop. Yeah? And they get bowlers them together. And they look at the first 5 batsmen in detail for days.
Yeah.
And then they go outside and practice.
Yeah. And then bowl a particular way to a particular batsman and all them things there, yeah.
Because them studied.
Yeah.
Because them studied.
They might use the technology to their advantage, like we them start use that. We them, as I said, that's a massive problem, and it's not just.
Mayor one man say, a solitaire them play upon the laptop where we have.
What?
Solitaire.
All right. Quickly before me ask you, so why do you think the Jamaica, the interest in Jamaica is less than in the Eastern Caribbean?
Again, I think it's a lack of interest from the grassroots level.
But why that may I say, why the grassroots level the interest not there as opposed to say, you tell me someone play cricket?
It's the same thing that I was talking about earlier, about the distraction, about the lack of success, and I don't think that we have enough coaches, efficient coaches, to spread around to move those talent in the direction that you want it to go. So what you find is that some persons who come around is kind of a natural talent.
Yeah.
You understand? But it's not only the talent, because the mental space, you can be as talented as you want. if the mental space is not there,
Yeah, man. If you kill and think on the
you
mindset,
understand?
you're not going to reach nowhere.
If you don't have an analytical thought in these days, mind process, you're going to be out at sea.
Yeah, man. Worse in a game like cricket, P. Brown. Worse.
Yes. And it come back down to being a student at the game with sit down and understanding certain things,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I think enough of that is being done, right? To educate the youngsters them to be able to do that. And we're just relying on them.
I just thought about that, P. Brown, that student at the game. You remember the Sunlight Match here when Goose run out, the brother from JC?
No.
Let me tell you what. I feel I'm half and I'm back up too far. First Sunlight Match
Oh,
here.
yeah. Tap him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a Goose to the boy. I walk up too far and Goose carry over my mom and turn on back. I almost miss something. Them never even run.
Yeah.
But that's not that about it. It's not just I watch a game. I watch everything, P. Brown.
Yeah.
I watch everything.
Exactly.
But you're right, I was a student at the game. I watch everything, man. Because I look for any little hit me can get, P. Brown. Any hit at all.
Yeah, man.
That's why that's
Yeah, man.
the most a quick single. So I thought them try to make a run in a P. Brown. That quick single race, I need before running on. Not about a 50 yard. I want that we might could have win, but I went to talk to the one face, I mean, now we're wrong with him,
They say at the game. That was the difference between me and you and Jelly, people.
Yeah.
But I don't really take the cricket that serious. And so deep. But we used to play so much growing up down at Boys Town.
Yeah.
And down at Boys Town, we don't have nothing. We don't have no tie. Because Christmas time, my father could have go to Christmas Grand Market and go buy a thing or two, but we never have nothing for distract more than the sports. So being at Boys Town, you just go over this Boys Town field at even time. I just play cricket. You play cricket in the morning. You play cricket in the evening. And, when not cricket is football season, I track and field, I race on the track and all that. But now, too much distraction, man. Too much things.
Jelly.
And we never studied. I didn't study the game.
Yeah, P.
It just come naturally.
Yeah, P. Brown, go ahead.
Within Jamaica right now, if a politician wants to win over persons or to treat with a particular socioeconomic situation in a particular community, the first thing that them do is put up a basketball court. Put a light on it. Yeah. And that basketball court dovetail between basketball and scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, that has been a popular activity for years now within the various communities.
Yeah.
In Trinidad, them put up turf. So when rain fall, it not affect you at all. You can still play cricket.
All the type of cricket pitch and put up, it waterproof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ball start skid off a little bit more.
Yeah.
Youngsters them learn from about that, and the rain stop and they get dry, and then the condition change a little bit. All of those things help.
And we have I remember our cricket pitch up top field. I can tell people that help us win all the cricket. Some of them cricket.
The half concrete one you attack, Freddie.
It was the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
The kids them have it close. And you can come out in class and carry ball and pocket. Because some of the youth them used to carry them softball, come, squeeze. Them play for the concrete like that. Them just get a piece of board.
Then I dare so we start from catch it should be up at the top concrete.
Yeah, man. On the concrete pitch.
That's where we start from,
Yeah,
that's where we start from.
Every lunchtime with that us I play even when exactly P. Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I just start to the skill where we have, man. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Anyway, P. Brown, I have two more questions. I have one of them is not even a question before I ask you the last question. Is there cover through our way of talking and this as me say was going to be a big one as Fred Sanford used to say, a big one.
Yeah.
Is there any topic or any subject, any question, anything we could have asked or we never asked at all? Anything where you want me, where you could have bring up but we never bring up? The floor are yours.
No, you have this thing covered, you know. I mean, even if you haven't asked the question, the forum is set up in such a way that, you know, you can say other things, which is kind of leading to, you know, our branch of some of the questions that you're asking. But generally, I think you've covered everything, and what you've covered, I would kind of chip in with respect to that. Dealing with it chronologically helps. We talk about in Meadowbrook, outer Meadowbrook, sports, non-sports, that kind of thing. So I think you can continue along the same trajectory, and you'll be able to cover everything.
Yeah.
So I'm satisfied that you'd have covered what I want to discuss.
About, yeah, man. Yeah. And Freddie, any question, anything we could ask P. Brown, I never asked him before I ask my last question.
Not really, just that I wanted to find out about them son and so on, but I think we covered that as P. Brown said. Everything just lead and
flow. The conversation just flow. It wasn't even a question and answer thing. Yeah. I would say.
And you put it there, a chat to a chat, yeah?
Eh?
Exactly.
A what?
Chat to a chat. So
yeah, man, exactly. Talk, exactly. And I could have made a program pick and talk about the match from yesterday. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's I can end there. And as we keep going to say the thing is, but now is but this time we can spend more time and do more the
conversation. No, man, I know that, man. I know that, Freddie. I know that.
Right.
And Jelly asked me and starting about, I didn't even have time to discuss it with Jelly. So most of this was done on my way to work. Coming for travel like an hour to work. I just use an hour traveling in the car and me and Jelly.
Right.
Yeah, man, we just start. Yeah, man, we kick it off, Freddie. Yeah, enough man in the car, okay. Freddie. And then Freddie never have no car, and then me never have no car. So the conversation. Yeah. Because we should talk every morning, when I go work. But then to me, traveling with somebody in the car, I'm like have the conversation, and I said, sure.
Right.
And I see everything with Freddie. So we go through a time where, boy, yeah. I will kind of talk as much as we used to. But yeah, whenever I want to reach out to him, man, I text him and the man some right away him text me. And
excellent.
Idea. When Jelly bring the idea to me, it was like, it was a no-brainer. I couldn't even think about it. I just say yes.
Yeah. No, man, it's good, man.
Yeah, man. So I give support, but the time,
and you're the right man too, because you have so much history and you go through so much different eras.
More importantly, Freddie knows so much people, P. Brown.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Because me did out of touch. As me saying, we didn't have witness protection and we did us underground for the longest while. So me out of touch with Wilpa people, And Freddie was my conduit back to getting back in touch with Wilpa people. You see what I said to you? So it's not like someone know, but we just out of touch for 20 odd years, 30 odd years. You see what I said?
Right.
But at
I'm umpire the match today, and I'm going to tell you, I don't want tea for the body like that, but if the match done early, early, You
want done the match early, are you?
Wouldn't mind if it done early.
Yeah. No, man, we start a good time, man. We start good enough, man. Good enough.
But, so just drive up and come right away and start. And,
man.
Yeah. So, really, the only thing I like to ask people is that with me now, honestly, I really prepared now that ending my working career, school for retirement. Really want some of the people who I coached.
Yeah.
Taught history or geography or PE, whatever, Mr. Teacher and all that.
Yeah.
Some of those on board who understand me and the journey. Because when you understand me, you understand the dread, you know. I can tell that.
Yeah.
The petition. Because
Yeah.
my whole thing is like a replicate of the dread.
Yes.
If we can have some of those people around me like you, Minot, who me coach, and Carlos,
Yeah.
even find some time for chipping and all that. And
Right.
we can do the whole thing for bring back Meadowbrook to those glory days.
Indeed.
Better than the
Belief.
glory days, Freddie. Better than.
Yeah.
You know, it's my belief.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah.
genuinely, I'm committed to offering my time.
Right.
You know, so be prepared.
Yeah.
Raj,
When you come, Freddie, when you come, we'll meet up. When you come, we'll meet up.
Because we tell people, you know, once me teach you or coach you, you know, you still be a part of you're one of my sons same way.
Indeed, yeah.
You know, so make
Yeah,
a keep
man.
it that way, Brown, and
Indeed, most definitely.
3 hours. 3 hours in you for me get with you is nothing, you know.
No,
don't worry about it.
no.
Yeah.
And before we come Jamaica next one, P-Bro, I'm going to reach out to you upon another matter. Definitely behind the paid wall, but
Right.
but a more serious matter, but it has to be behind the paid wall. That's what I said to you. So
Understood.
yeah, man, yeah. But let me ask you the last question though. And then me ask a closing remark.
Yeah.
What made Meadowbrook magical, in your opinion, P. Brown?
For the duration of time. I think it's a combination of the players and the persons that I would have interacted with, and in the earlier part, the administrative management, because I said earlier part because I believe it was it fell off in the end, right? But the memories that I have, or the magical memories, surround primarily the students that I've interacted with on a frequent and close basis over the years, and that come through sports. To this date, we're all friends whenever we can make contact or whatever it is. You know, even more so than the administrative aspect of it. And for me, when you can have friends for 30 years and 40 years and stuff, you know, you can't ask for better, you know. So that to me was the magical part, my interaction that I had, you know, with close um students, especially from the sports side, that I've interacted with throughout the school years.
Yeah, people, now you never imagine say a little boy from South Manchester with end up with a life like that through the interaction and connection we make a Meadowbrook.
Exactly. Foundation.
Yeah, man. Meadowbrook changed your life a certain way. You didn't imagine that at all, man.
Foundation.
Yeah. All right, before we close out the program, now, Freddie, for you first, any closing remark, and then me ask you people. Any closing remarks, Freddie?
It was always a pleasure, you know, reminiscing with some special student, because people, you fall in that category. Trust me. Because the thing is, when I left Meadowbrook, you know, I don't think anybody had imagined that I would have been back at Meadowbrook 3 years teaching history and geography and coaching and all them things. And as I said, Meadowbrook brought everything outside of me, everything that I had out of me. And because of that, I was able to react with people like you, P. Brown.
Yeah.
And you make me proud, you know? How you know that?
Thanks.
You let me feel proud, and along with Carlos and you, and you know the whole crew.
Yeah.
And I feel some self-worth.
Yeah, indeed.
As I was able to contribute to excellent set of kids. Excellent set of kids. You know?
Yeah.
I'll give thanks. So walk good and we talk.
Yes.
Thank
indeed.
you, Freddie.
Thanks, Freddie.
Any closing remark from you, P. Brown, before I close out the program, yeah?
I just want to thank you for the opportunity to come on and, give my memories. Very enlightening. Learned a lot. You're doing a terrific job. Keep it up, and you're gonna leave me reminiscing even more after this 3 hours plus. It's still gonna be a conversation in my mind, and that is a good thing that you can have that effect, through this program. So just want to thank you, and Freddie is father for life in all aspect because of our interaction in and out of Meadowbrook, and of course, as I indicated that you're the founding father as far as setting precedents for winning in Meadowbrook that we all look up to, So I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Respect, man.
Thank you, P. Brown. Thank you. So, gentlemen, I'm going to give a title, Major P. Paul Brown. I'm just know him as P. Brown, affectionate, because
Yes.
from day one, I just P. Brown to me, care what.
Yes.
Alfred.
Yeah, man. Still is.
Alfred Hitchcock Henry. This is me, Glister, Lancelot, Lance, Jelly, Prince, and any one of them name they will do. And I want to thank the whole of for come. 200 for come tonight. Thank the whole away. And God bless all away and that great school at 2A Meadowbrook Avenue. Bring us together after all these years. We can still have conversation like a nothing. I'm going to start closing program that way because Anthony Moore remind me say, in the 80s, if we come up with a terminology, I'm going to test it because I like it, I love it. Brook is for life.
Brook is. All right.
Brook is for life here, my brother, because
All right.
take care. God bless you.
What?
God bless
What,
all
what?
the way. And Brook is for life. Have a good night, my brother.
Man, listen.
Yeah, man.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good
Cool.
night.
So, remember to like, share, and subscribe these Meadowbrook Memories podcasts so neither you nor your friends will miss another Meadowbrook conversation. Thanks. Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories. And remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince.